make sure I'm doing it properly. And I am. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's just easier. But good evening, everybody. For those that don't know me, my name is Lavender Echoes. I call myself the woman felons hope you never meet. This evening, we're talking about how felons hunt moms to groom them. Okay? How they hunt moms to groom them. All right? Little backstory on me. I am a USAF veteran. After I got out of the military, I went into corrections as a regular turnkey officer for the first 2 years of my career. And then after that, my warden thought that it would be a great idea to promote me into the Fusion Center, which is a type of intelligence. And then they kind of also threw gang intelligence on me with no extra pay. And I was kind of pissed off about that for a while. But it turned out to really all be for my good. And while I was doing that job, I was busting a bunch of drug trafficking situations. Okay, like a bunch, just left and right, using like the inmate phone system, looking at the money that was being exchanged and whatnot, and working with local, county, state, and federal law enforcement agencies to basically stop crime in my state. But my main focus, because I was a uniformed officer at one singular prison, my main focus was my unit. And let's see, during the time I worked there, besides all the drug trafficking stuff, I prevented 2 escapes and prevented 1 murder, 1 MS-13 murder, that would have been really stupid because nothing untoward happened. It was just that the guy that was mad thinking that he got snitched on was just really a shitty criminal. And basically he told on himself. Okay, so that's what that investigation turned out to entail. Interesting stuff. Anyway, so after I was doing that for a while, I realized that there was this interesting pattern where women, first of all, I noticed that it was just women putting the money on the books, the money on the phone, and coming to visit and all that stuff. Mostly women. Not a whole lot of fathers, brothers, uncles, friends. Almost no friends. Okay, mostly women. And the women could be mothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, girlfriends, wives, sometimes girlfriends and wives. Actually, hell, one time we saw a fight in the parking lot because a dude didn't realize that he had his wife and his girlfriend show up to the prison at the same time. Okay? That kind of stuff was happening all the time. It was messed up. But, something that I did notice was a lot of women were getting in trouble, or they were in the middle of trafficking situations. And probably the worst thing I ever saw was when one of my inmates, over the course of a few weeks, convinced his baby mama that it would be safe to bring illicit substances into the unit inside the baby's diaper. She did it. And we had to call state police to come get her. And state police let her keep hold of her baby until CPS got there. And yeah, I will never forget what that kid had on. I will never forget the color of his hair. He was about 10 months old. And I will never, ever forget his screams. Because he had no idea what was going on when they took him out of his mom's arms. And that was horrifying. Okay, I know there's probably a lot of people that are like, why do you even talk about this stuff? A lot of people make this assumption that I'm doing this because I got screwed over by an inmate. No. I saw a lot of women get screwed over by inmates, and that kind of does something to you as a woman, to see other women get hurt and to see children get hurt when you're a mother yourself. Okay, that's why I do this stuff. So while I was doing that as a uniformed officer, I decided to go for a promotion to internal affairs, and I made it my first try. Now, while I was in internal affairs, now I'm dealing with the entire state, okay? Not just one unit. Oh, shoot. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart meal. Please subscribe. And once we get that live goal completed, I will open up the panel for discussion, to the dismay of toxic-ass prison wives that think I am a horrible person for making y'all pay to come up on my panel to talk. But you will if you want to. Anyway, that's just how it goes. I got a lot of stuff to cover. Anyway, call me mean if you want to. It just is what it is, y'all. So, while I was in internal affairs, I saw even more cases of women losing everything. Women, hell, a doctor, a PhD in my office, I swear to God, PhD in my office, folded herself to about the size of this damn trash can. Okay, she was a little lady. She got herself a little too close to an inmate. And when I say folded herself into the size of a trash can, when she realized that she had been caught after I had given her lie detector test, because that was something I used to do too. Okay, I've conducted thousands of lie detector tests using the computerized voice stress analyzer test. Okay, so again, not fucking inmates over here, busting inmates. Okay, using computerized voice stress analyzer, which it measures the decrease of FM frequency, just like the radio stations. Human beings have this thing where we make that frequency, and when we lie, it decreases. Okay, this machine that I use to detect lies picked up on that decrease in frequency. Yes, thank you, Mandy. So that's what I was doing with that. After busting a bunch of those cases, and I was dealing with a bunch of essay cases, my director, okay, because I only had two bosses at this point, being IA, my director thought it would be a cool idea to send me to an FBI course for crisis negotiation. So I went, and it was awesome. Let's see. Sorry, your arrows were for great Lord. I didn't see your arrows, Bree. It's cool. You're okay. Listen, so I went to crisis negotiator school, and probably one of the most important things I did was be a victim advocate for SA cases, okay, as in sexual assault cases. Being a first responder to those types of situations, I had to go through a lot of hours of training to make sure that I did not harm a victim, okay? That I did not harm a single victim that had been hurt, okay, and traumatized. And part of my job was to also teach seasoned officers how to investigate grape cases. We got to call them grape for TikTok. How to investigate grape cases without further doing damage to a victim. So that's me. For anybody that ever wondered, and I know there's a lot of y'all that have heard it a million times before, but I see new people coming in here all the time, so I gotta go through it one more time. I guess every time there's gonna be one more time. Oh, I am so sorry for the thumbs down over there. Boo, I'm so sorry if you don't like the fact that I was helping victims. Okay, but that's cool. So let's go ahead and get into this, all right? But real quick before I do that, let me shout out my top viewers. I want to make sure I do that before I do anything else. Mandy is number 1. Momo's number 2. Isha, I don't know if it's Aisha or Isha. I'm so sorry. But number 3 is Isha. Number 4 is Dean. Number 5 is Morphin Orphan. Thank y'all so much. Let me go ahead and get into this, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all something right now that's going to make your skin crawl. All right? And I'm sorry to do it, but okay. All right? Some of these felons, okay, don't want love. They just want entry, okay? And if you're a mother, that means entry into your home, your trust, and your children's lives. They don't start by grooming the kids. They start by grooming you. Okay? You are the test run. If he can convince you to ignore the red flags, the violent past, the manipulative sob stories, okay, the baby I've changed lies, okay, then he knows you'll ignore the red flags when it's your children crying in the next room. Okay? He knows you will. Every single dollar you spend on him, every time, because first of all, the first test was the fact that you talked to the man in the first place. That was entry number 1. You talk to him. Then if he can get you to write to him, that's another way that he knows he's got you. Then every dollar you send on his books tells him that you are going to be loyal over logical, okay? Every visit tells him that you will show up even when you shouldn't. Every excuse you make for his past tells him that you will make more excuses later, okay? Hey, Mama Mel. By the time he paroles out to your house, though, he already knows your weaknesses because you told him everything already, okay? All that stuff that he did, the love bombing, the trauma bonding, he'll mirror your stuff. He will act like he is just as much of a victim as you are to get you to tell him things all the time. And he is writing it all down in his notebook, okay? So by the time he paroles out to your house, he already knows all of your weaknesses because he has been studying you from behind a steel door. Because to a predator, a mother's loneliness isn't sad, it's useful. These men don't fall in love with mothers. They hunt them. They hunt moms like prey. And the kids are just the prize at the end. All right? So I want y'all to keep that in your head. So let's break this down in a few points, okay? First point is how predators study moms like case files. Just like the case files that I had. Working an incident. Or working some allegations of something. These guys, these predators in prison, are doing almost the same kind of stuff. They're gathering the same kind of intel on these mothers. Okay? He doesn't just pick any woman. He watches. He looks for the ones... Y'all, he is looking for the ones that are posting about being tired of fake men. The exhausted single moms. Women trying to rebuild. And I'm going to give y'all an example right now. If y'all go on the Book of Faces, you will see in these prison sites. Oh, hold on. What was that? What's that? Oh, thank you so much. What was that? Oh, Bella, thank you so much for the cheeky boo. Listen, if you go on the Book of Faces right now and look at some of those prison dating sites, please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me, and please subscribe. You will see women and their posts looking for dudes on those prison boards, okay? And you will look at and they will be doing pictures just like this. And then the caption is going to be something to the effect of, "Where the real men at?" Or, I'm tired of all these fake ass dudes." It's going to be some shit like that. It's going to be some shit like that in a post. I shit you not. Aw, damn. No, not my light. Not my light. Hold on a second, y'all. I rolled over my damn light. Yeah, but that's how they be looking. And put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen what I'm talking about. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen one of those posts like that. Woman goes in there and she's doing that kind of a pose. "Where's the real men at?" Or, "I'm tired of these men that are liars," or some bullshit like that. That is prey. That is prey. That's like the bat signal to these dudes, okay? That is the bat signal to these dudes that are looking to take down a woman and get in her house, okay? Because he knows that all he has to do is just a little bit of stuff to get exactly where he wants to go, okay? Exhausted single moms, women trying to rebuild, okay? Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I think I messed up my thing. Oh, no, I didn't. I did it. Okay. So he knows that if he plays the savior, okay, that she will lower her guard because that is what she's looking. She is telling, when she's doing those posts like that, I'm looking for the real men. She is telling him that she needs a savior. She's posting on those weird sites with all the prison dudes. Yeah. Yeah. That is prey. That's basically like being a gazelle. Like you're going to be a gazelle and you're going to walk over into the lion's den. Why? But that's exactly what it is. And let's see, you said your inmate ain't weird like that. Well, I mean, maybe you're lucky. Maybe your inmate isn't weird like that to you, but most of these dudes got Emma Jean, Sally Sue, Donna Ray, Barbara, Shirley. So he might not be like that to you, but he might be like that to one of the other women he is talking to. I'm just saying, okay? Most of these dudes don't just talk to one woman, and that is a fact. Anyway. So if he plays the savior, she's going to lower her guard because he's not after her, okay? He's after the vulnerability that comes with her, all right? Because a single mom is often too busy surviving It's true, okay? But she's often too busy surviving to understand that she's being stalked. Okay? So I want to know, have you ever, in the chat, have y'all ever realized that somebody was studying you? Okay? Like, have you ever noticed a dude was just like he was just, you know what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever noticed that before. That a dude was just studying you like that. Okay? I'm seeing some yeses. I'm seeing some crying emojis. Yeah. And I'm sorry. Oh gosh, Witchy Chef, you said not until it was too late. I'm so sorry. And that's what happens to a lot of women. My ex thought he was slick. Ooh, hold on. My ex thought he was so slick, he told me he lived with his aunt. Ooh. Oh, was the aunt a girlfriend? I had a boyfriend once. Back when I was in the military, we were both active duty. And he used to put other women's numbers in the phone and like save them as like his aunt. Freaking jerk. Wife. Lord. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Infinite. You're Infinite. Thank you so much for the little crown. That sucks. Years ago, hold on, what was this one? Years ago, I was with a man who pretended to be everything I needed. I'm sorry. He studied me, all my insecurities, attempted to isolate me. They will do that. I'm sorry. Dang, how do you... 16 different aunties. Restless, I'm telling you, they used to do that mess. Bella, thank you so much for the... What is that? Thank you so much for that. That was adorable. Mandy, thank you so much for those roses. Yeah, a ton that manipulate. Let's see, my ex sent pics of his new girl. I found her and told her everything he did to me. Ooh. Be careful about stuff like that, though. Oh, my God. Let's see, I had him shake hands with the guys I cheated on him with. He was too busy living 3 lives, girl. That's a lot. Let's see, I've learned a lot watching your lives. My ex forgot he left me before going to prison. Ooh, girl. Let's see. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for the roses. Listen. Oh, let me talk about the top viewers before I move on. All right. Mandy's number 1. Your Infinite is number 2. Mama Mel is number 3. Momo is number 4. And Isha is number 5. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Let's talk about the next section. How loneliness is the bait and he can smell it. He can smell it like there's blood in the water and he's a shark. Okay? I'm not even kidding. Okay? He knows. Y'all, this is important right here, and I might go slightly off the rails a little bit. Okay? I might go on a tangent. It's not necessarily low self-esteem, and I'm really about to get into that, Cammie. It's not about low self-esteem. A lot of women freaking have been socialized. I was socialized. Okay? Women of all socioeconomic classes have been socialized. Women there have been women, little girls that were brought up, okay, thinking that it was totally normal to be holding down a man in jail, you know, and there's girls that have been socialized their whole lives thinking that they're supposed to be some housewife to a big time lawyer, okay? But it's straight up socialization, okay? Our media, music, all of it, okay, socializes young girls to put ourselves in this position that I'm about to talk about right here. Okay? And it sucks. And it's something that needs to be taken care of. But what it is that this dude, these men, these predators know that women have been taught that without a man, you're half a woman. This is not true. Unfortunately, this is the programming that little girls have been taught from the beginning. And so he's going to play the role, the listener, the protector, the changed man, but it's camouflage. He's not connecting. He is just straight up calculating because he knows what our society is doing to the women, what it has done. It's like half the job is already done. Love, peace, and soul, you said not yours. You're lucky. You're lucky. And also, may not be like that for you, but the other women that he conned, maybe so. You might have been lucky, okay? But let's not kid ourselves. The majority of the time, they are doing that mess, okay? Every secret you tell him in the letters that you give, in every phone call. That is ammunition that he's going to store. He's going to stockpile all that stuff, all that trauma dumping you do on him while he's pretending that he's going to tell you about his trauma. He's just waiting for you to tell him about your stuff, and he's taking notes. He is taking notes, okay? Every insecurity you confess is a handle he can grab later, all right? Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. Let's see, what's this? Some women think they will be accepted for their flaws because they accept the man and his flaws. That is 100% true. Too lovely. It's because we have been conditioned way differently than men have. You know what I'm saying? We're conditioned to look for potential and to accept potential. They are conditioned to like accept whatever the hell this is supposed to be right now. This is exactly what it's. If this is a mouse, this ain't supposed to be like a blue mouse. Somebody's not supposed to come and paint it. I wanted a pink one. This is what I was hunting down. This is it. But women are socialized to be like, well, I want a blue mouse, but this is a pink one right now. And you know what? If I like paint it up, like, hold on, I'm going to have to like maybe sand it or something, or maybe I could get something to like cover it up with. But I could like fix it and then it'll turn into a pink mouse. That's how we're socialized. We're socialized to like try to fix stuff that isn't even our responsibility. Men are socialized to just go grab that thing that they wanted. And that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're not compromising. We're taught to compromise a whole bunch. Let's see, when men date, no, that's not. Oh, you've got to go. Okay, this is a troll. Trying to bring in colorism to a prison fight. Let's see. Took a lot of unlearning for me. Yeah, exactly. Taking advantage of the natural nurturing energy that mothers have. Absolutely. No, I'm talking about my daughters. I made sure they were independent of men. Y'all, please do me a favor. There's a lot of stuff in the chat. If you don't write down a complete thought in your one thing, I'm going to read it wrong. Let's see. Date a man who you admire, who teaches you something, who doesn't question you. That's some good advice. Let's see. Do some of them really keep it loyal? I don't know. Honestly, okay, and this is an interesting question right here. All right. Because this is something else. I always tell women, ditch that man when he goes to jail. Why? I know it sounds harsh, and I don't care. Okay, because very rarely does it actually turn out well. Okay, very rarely does it turn out well. Do some of them really keep it loyal? No. I have to say no, because when you really break it all down, the man couldn't even keep it loyal to his damn self. Okay? If he didn't care enough about his own freedom to be free, he is not going to care about your freedom. He's not going to care about dragging you along for 5 years, 10 years, 12 years to hold him down in prison. He's not going to give a shit about that. He didn't even care enough about his own freedom to be free. If he doesn't care about that, he's not going to care about, because it's going to be all about his own comfort. A lot of women get sucked into the justice system because they're trying to keep men happy. He didn't care. If he's, seriously, just ditch him when he goes to jail, okay? And I see somebody in there repeatedly saying single mom. I'm going to tell you right now, happens to a lot of women, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a single mom, okay? Especially because, that's kind of weird. A mom calling another mom single mom, or a woman calling another mom single mom like it's an insult. It's kind of like, well, you sound like a pick-me to me. Because what it really means is like some dude failed somewhere. Your dad made you a single mom. Oh, your baby dad made you a single mom because I didn't want him. Okay, y'all, please do me a favor. I do not want to read your stuff wrong. Please put a complete thought in the line, okay? Because if you don't, I'm going to read it wrong, okay? I'm going to read it wrong. Anyway, so here's something I want to ask y'all, okay? Here's something I want to ask y'all, and this is a serious question, okay? Oh, Sunshine, thank you so much. Have you ever had someone repeat your own secrets back at you just to control you? I have. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a man repeat your own, like, stuff that you've told him, stuff that was painful to you, and tell it back to you, like, just to try to control you. Yeah, I knew I wasn't the only one. It's dirty pool. Yeah, and use them against me. Yup, they always weaponize it. Yup. Yup. There is a therapist I really admire. She's a mutual of mine. Her name is Dr. Duchess. And she came in here about a month or so ago and was like, ladies, do not ever tell a man your stuff like that. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. Don't you tell a man what's going on with you like that. Okay? Never. My mom told me the same thing. Don't do it. And hell, I remember like one of my, I was dating a fellow CO. I shouldn't have done it. But I was dating this guy, and this guy was like a freaking ass and totally jealous. And I remember I knew something was wrong, but I should have broken up with him. But he was trying to ask me like how many men I'd ever slept with. And I didn't tell him. I was like, what the hell does that matter? What are you talking about? Like, what a weird question. And he kept on asking me. And I knew something was wrong then, but I don't know why I didn't leave. And when I told him, though, I was like, if you ask me this question, because I'm not going to answer it. So if you actually want to be with me, you got to stop asking me that question. I'm never going to answer it. And if you ask it one more time, I'm going to let you go. Because what the hell do you need that for? Her name is Dr. Duchess. She is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, she is awesome. Let's see. But yeah, I eventually had to let that dude go. Let's see. Women are socialized to give men multiple chances. Absolutely. It's the patriarchy. 100%. Yes. I don't tell men anything about my personal life. Yup. That is like the smartest thing to do. Because a lot of those guys will just come back. They don't want to know because they want to help. We have to remember some things too, y'all. And I'm about to go off the rails a little bit again. You have to remember that dudes don't actually want to be our friends. Okay? They want us to sleep with them, cook for them, clean for them. They want us to like carry and bear their children that they don't actually like, but they want them because it makes them look like real men and it makes them look like they're about something if they have like a wife and kids and stuff. But they don't actually like us like that. Okay? They don't actually like us like that. So they talk to their friends a lot more. Like they have more close relationships with their dude friends. They don't trust us with information because they're worried about looking weak in front of us. So if you think of it that way, can you really trust somebody that doesn't trust you with information? Can you trust that man with your information? Absolutely not. If he is asking about the traumas and all that stuff, it's because he wants to use them against you later. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Alright? Let's see, starting to see that now. Why I don't get jealous of a man who cheats? Because men would... Yeah, it's like, just get out of there. Yeah, oh, I'm glad you said that too. Because ladies, because I saw some stuff in the comments earlier. Please do not go through that man's phone. Don't you confront that man. If you think a dude is cheating, just let it go. Because, okay, there's a couple of reasons why. Oh, shoot. I'm messing up. Hold on real quick. I'm going to see if I can hang on to that thought. Y'all completed the live goal. Thank you so much. Mandy, Momo, Priestess, Mama Mel, Uncomfortable, Your Infinite, Dean, Loyal, Morphin, Healing, Happily. Oh, you changed your profile picture. Kit Kat. Take what you did. Trendy Herbalist, Sabrina, The Lovely, I'm So Pretty, Lumiel, Georgia Peach, Maria, Aaliyah, Blessed, Lock Queen, Big Sexy, I'm sorry, Athie, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Let's see, Leanne, May Baby, let's see, Amada and Ladije, I'm sorry. Later. I'm sorry. Y'all, when everything is mushed together, I can't do it. And I am so sorry if I butchered y'all's names, but I want to get through this. Hold on a second. Let me restart this. I will open up the panel for discussion in just a moment, but please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me, and please subscribe. And real quick, I do need to shout out the top viewers. Mama Mel is number 1, Momo's number 2, Isha's number 3, Alicia's number 4, and Pieces of Brie is number 5. Thank y'all so much. And now I can't remember what I was talking about. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let me go ahead and open up the panel for discussion for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next section. Because I know y'all ladies got something to say. Let's see. What's going on? Let's see. We've got somebody wanting to come up. Hello? Roderick?
Hello? I didn't mean to come up.
Oh, you didn't mean to come up? Oh, okay.
Not yet anyway.
Not yet anyway? Okay, that's fine. Change your smoke detector battery. That's unsafe. Thank you so much, Mama Mel. Yes, do not go through a dude's phone. Please don't go through the man's phone, okay? And don't confront the man that you think is cheating. Listen, a lot of us, especially if there's children involved, want to keep your family together. It's only natural. There's nothing wrong with you if you want to keep your relationship together. But it's very dangerous to confront a man that you think is cheating on you, okay? The worst case scenario, he could flip out on you, and that might be the last day you're on this earth. Please don't do it, okay? Please don't go through a man's phone. It's not worth it. It is really not worth it. And you got to think about it too, like the more expensive it is, because as much as you hear a lot of guys right now talking about women only want 6-figure dudes and blah, 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 blah. Most of us are in relationships where, like, we're going 50-50 on the bills and stuff. If the guy is broke, he is going to lose his mind if he thinks that you're going to run off because he's cheating. It doesn't mean he's not going to cheat. He's just going to freak out because how is he going to pay for things? Okay, you've got to remember that. So please, for your own safety, okay, do not confront a man you think is cheating. If you want to stay with the man, that is your business, okay? But confronting him is not going to fix anything, okay? If you want to get out of there, go quietly, okay? But do not gather your intel and go quietly, okay? Separate your stuff quietly and get out of there. But do not ever confront a man like that, because these dudes have been crazy, okay? And you might not know your dude is going to flip out on you, but that could be the day, okay? So just be careful. How's it going? Hello? Babe Betchin? Going once, going twice. All right. So yeah, let's see. Caught my ex cheating and he was crying in front of me. Yeah. And the silly thing is, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that. But yeah, just go quietly. Don't try to fix. You're not going to fix it by confronting that dude. He's not sorry. I'm going to tell y'all, like, seriously, he's not sorry, okay? He's not going to be apologetic. I mean, he's going to be maybe. But it could also result in you getting injured, okay? So please just don't, all right? Let's see, you can't reason with someone who's not rational. I agree, only sorry he got caught. Yeah, let's see. My ex used to post me and his pictures on FB. The girls was laughing. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to do that mess. Please don't. How's it going, Morphin?
Hey, good. How are you? I just wanted to note, so I in the past had been in a lot of situations with different people that were felons, and one of them, I thought I was being smart, right? And I just didn't do my research before I started dating him, and he very much so love bombed, and then just made himself seem amazing and great, and to the point where you wouldn't even think to look somebody up because he looked so fantastic when he presented himself in person. I should have known better, again, because I do have kids. I do have an entire life that I was trying to live at that point. And when it came down to it, he had a family member a couple months in, and I mean just a couple months in, and this lasted a year, but a couple months in, they said, oh, he didn't do it. It was his mom, his sister. They're telling me all this. He didn't do it. He was convicted of, the big R, big R, and unlawful imprisonment, along with, which is kidnapping, of course, but along with other charges, and he had done 8 years for it. And they were like, but no, like, she had wrote in afterwards and said that he didn't do it. And, just like, unfortunately, they were so supportive. They looked past all of it and believed everything that he was saying. And you could truly tell that they really believed in their heart of hearts that he wasn't that person. And I didn't either, because the way he presented himself in public and the way he presented himself in front of his family and friends, he was so kind and thoughtful and loving, and just like he was really there. But he was surrounded by all women family. None of the male family was around him. It was all women. And eventually I did end up going through his phone just because I was like, man, this is crazy. Things fell off. And that is how DV started. And sorry, I have a 2-year-old now.
It's okay.
Not from him, thankfully. But no, that started a long year of DV and me running away, going back, running away, going back. But it's just like, not only do you have to look out for the felon in the situation being incarcerated, but you have to make sure ahead of time that you're not intermingling with someone that potentially has a really violent history, that's already a felon, that is looking to find the moms that have the kids, that's looking for somebody to use and abuse. And I really, when I say, I've said it last night and tonight, but you're like the podcast that everybody needed, or the woman to step up and share this information before some people are in that situation. Like, it's such a beautiful thing that you're doing, truly, because you don't see this, and this is what a lot of us needed a long time ago, but then fortunately you're able to have such a rewarding live, because there's not another live like this that I've seen, and I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, and thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Yeah, of course. I just I just want so badly for other women to be safe and to keep their kids safe, and your family, because it can really be such a tumultuous situation where you're not capable of leaving, and sometimes you don't get to leave, or your kids don't get to leave, and then there's either all that trauma for the rest of your lives, or somebody didn't get to leave. You know what I'm saying? It's so not worth it. It's not worth the gamble. It's not worth thinking, oh, like, this one's different. It's really, truly not. So good on you for doing this, sincerely. Like, you're doing, I know but you're doing such an important service to the community. So I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me talk for a minute.
Yeah, thank you again for coming up here.
Yeah,
I really
definitely.
do appreciate that. All right. Please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me, and please subscribe. And Mandy, I need my mod. Mandy, are you still in here? Oh no. How's it going, Victor?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
You're in the U.S., right?
Yes.
Yeah, because yesterday you had two sisters up from the UK, which was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of that live yesterday. You guys did a very good job.
Thanks.
Hearing their stories. So I'm on your side, and I always will stick up for women no matter what till I die. So it is a game for these felons to nitpick. They go literally hunting to find the most vulnerable, most beautiful, sophisticated female that they can find.
Women?
Oh, they do. These men are hunting women. They are looking for their profiles. They're looking for the girl that they can con, lie to, make up stories. Mm-hmm. Oh, girl, you're so beautiful. Let me just send you $200 on. You guys have Cash App, so let me send you $200 on Cash App. Let me send you another 50 here. And what these women aren't realizing is that they're actually being pawned into their little circle of crime, chaos, hate. And little by little, the narcissistic men that are in the bin, they're all, the guys in the bin, what women don't realize is they're all DL. Especially men that...
I don't want to say that. Hold on a second. I don't want to push that. Because that's not necessarily true. And I think that's kind of, it's not necessarily true. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But just as a man, I'm going to say a lot of these men are DL. That's fine. You want to
I agree with
what you're saying.
I agree with that.
You want to be on the man's side, no problem. I'm not going to argue.
Whoa. Hold on a moment. I'm not on the men's side, but I'm not ever going to say all of anything because it's not necessary. It's not true. Okay? So don't do that.
That's fine.
I mean, I don't know why you were about to jump stupid on me like that, talking about if I want to be on the men's side. Like, what was that?
I'm out here standing up with you and coming on your side, and it sounds like you're trying to turn the table on me, sister.
No, I'm sorry. Nope, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. You started it. I'm gonna mute you for a second. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all clocked the fact that dude was like, okay, well, if you want to be on the men's side. Am I ridiculous? Did I mishear that? Did I mishear that? Or did he say that? He said that. Okay. I'm not trying to turn no tables on nobody. I'm not trying to put no words in the mouth. No. You said that. So that's all. But I'm going to do this right now because we ain't about to do that shit. Not up in here. Okay? That was some bullshit. I'm sorry. You're not about to try to overtalk me. And the sister, get the fuck out of here. No. Not here. Hi, Georgia Peach.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Okay, I finally got the courage to join. So,
hey.
I just want to say that I'm not currently in this situation. This was several years ago, but after doing research and finding out more about the person I was with, at the time he was an ex-con, so I didn't know him in prison. This was outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I believe that he was grooming me. My daughter was 3 at the time. Nothing happened, but after the fact, I realized that because I left before any of that could transpire. But looking back, the signs are there that I think that's what he was trying to do to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, the red flags are there. Don't ignore them, please. Get background checks. I don't care how good they look, how good they act, whatever. Especially if they already have the history. I ignored a lot of red flags and found myself could have been a really bad situation. And was for a little while, but nothing happened to my child though. So
that's really good. Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Yes, but thank you for all you're doing, Lavender. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for coming up here and sharing your experience. Yes. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right. So let's talk about the top viewers real quick. I want to shout out Mama Mel, who's in the #1 spot. Momo is #2. Alicia is #3. Isha is #4. And Kit Kat is #5. Thank you all so much. Well, that almost got a little bit hairy, didn't it? Oh, whoa. My chat's going in here. Ooh. I didn't even know it. It's like, okay, look at that. That's fun. All right. Thank y'all so much. Now, let's talk about the money on the books. Okay? Let's talk about the money on the books, which is the psychological enrollment. Okay? Psychological enrollment. What's the first deposit? It's not about the $20. Okay? It's not that little bit of money. It's compliance that he's looking for. He needs to know that you're going to trade logic for loyalty. Because if you'll ignore your bills for him, you'll ignore your instincts too. And then when you do, okay, he knows he can make you silence your own alarm bells. Okay? He's not asking for money. He's asking for proof that you're going to self-betray. Okay? So I want to know how many of y'all thought you were investing in love when you were actually being tested instead? Yeah, Brittany. How many of y'all thought, yeah, I see a hand up. Yeah. You thought you were doing something for the relationship, but he was actually testing you. Yes. And that's why I get up in here and talk about this stuff. Okay? Putting that stuff together, we're going to break all that down. How's it going, Witchy Chef?
Hey, actually, I requested before you jumped on this topic, so I mean, I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about that, but I just wanted to say that the signs and the red flags look different in every man, in every relationship. I have been through the ringer. I always say, like, my picker is broken. Because I'm one of those people, too. It's like, you just, like, I didn't want to be that obvious of, like, oh, you know, you see a wounded bird, you have to help it type person. I'm like, I'm stronger than that. I'm not like that, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I'm somebody who's been in unfortunately, several different domestic abuse situations. One, I got beat up pretty bad. I mean, like, I literally thought I was going to die. And I had 2 years of physical therapy to recover from it. Obviously, PTSD, and I'm still in therapy. And this was like 13 years ago, okay? And then, of course, bouncing right out of that, I meet my son's father, who was abusive in all completely different ways. But he did what you were saying, you know, he takes all the worst moments of your life and throws them back at you, tries to hurt you with them, makes you feel like nobody's going to want you, and yada, yada, you know, did all that. Mm-hmm. But I was already in a bad place, right? Because I just came out of a bad relationship. This man comes and sweeps me off my feet. He's opening doors for me. He's doing all, you know, the love bombing and all of that. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's so great. No, he was the worst of the worst. I can't decide who was worse, honestly, between them. And now here I am, Lavender, just had court today because my most recent ex called the cops on me and got me a battery charge because I dumped water from a vase on him. Because his gaslighting, his control, his manipulation, I lost it. I picked up that vase on the coffee table and I dumped it on him. Next thing I know, he called the police and they took me to jail right in front of my son. Oh. And so now my son was in my house. This man was in my house. Okay. I let him, because he lost work. He got hurt on the job. And he was out of work for a little bit. He was going to be homeless. I didn't know what to do. I let him, you know, stay here for a little bit. Soon enough, he's driving my car. He's taken over my. I mean, it started to feel like I was a guest in my own home. And so then I'm spending the night in jail, and my poor son is here with the man who sent me there, and. Luckily today I was able to, I plead guilty to a lesser charge of disorderly conduct, and I got like community service and yada, yada, yada. Like, I can get that, you know, expunged. I mean, after court supervision, you know, it gets dismissed and then I can get it expunged and all of that. But like the fact that he was the one who got, and just like you were talking about so many times before, the women in there, almost all of them in there were for domestic. I mean, I kid you not. I actually had found some very, like, it was very interesting. I didn't know I was going to, like,
build a community with these women because they're just regular women. You know, we're all just there. And she, you know, this one lady, she kind of took me in because I was a mess. I was a hot mess. And she was like, oh, yeah, she's in here for domestic. She's in here for domestic. She's in here for domestic. She's about to go to prison for domestic. And it was the most eye-opening experience. I've never seen it in that way because I guarantee you 95% of these women, the man was way more abusive. By abusive in ways that aren't, what am I trying to say? Like
physical?
More difficult to charge you with.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, so, you know, you think you learn all the things. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, never again, never again. And then here I was, and I'm like, I'm a 41-year-old woman. Like, I just, like, what happened? You know? And so I'm really trying not to put that on me and put that shame on me and all of that. But it just looks different in everybody. You know, you think like you've learned all the signs, but you just have to know what it looks like, not compare it to each person, if that makes sense.
I would have to disagree.
Well, okay, let me explain. Because the way I'm seeing it is like, well, I mean, he's nothing like so-and-so was. You know, that's what I mean by comparing. Like, you know, my son's father, he was a master. He was very, very smart. You know, this guy that I was recently with for so long too, by the way, like 6 years. And things just got really crazy, I guess. But I was like, well, he's not like him at all. Like, he's not like him at all. Like, I don't even think he's smart enough to manipulate. You know what I mean?
Well, but the thing is, and I think honestly what it is that, yes, I was just about to get into that, becoming Anya. There's a bunch of different types of abuse under the umbrella of domestic violence. So you might not get,
like, oh, okay.
you might not get somebody that hits you next time. You might get a financial abuser, but it's still abuse. And the signs are very similar. They're just about the same. They're going to do the same tactics to control you because it's all about control.
But you have to be careful with the excuses that you give yourself, you know, and that was what I was doing. Like, oh, he's nothing like so-and-so, and he's nothing like this guy. Like, I don't think he would never do that. You should have heard me. I sound so dumb now. Oh, he would never do that. He would never do that. He literally would not get out of my house because, you know, I had a no contact order after that. So he wouldn't leave my house. So I couldn't come back home, in my home, where my dogs are, where my house is, where my car is. Like, I had to get, you know, my family involved. My stepdad ended up getting him a hotel room for like a week to get him out of my house. Thank God I had that support because I know so many people don't. I just felt so bad that I had to bring all these other people in. And like, here I was thinking that I was smarter than that. I'm better than that. I'm bigger than that. So it doesn't have anything to do with, like you were saying, self-esteem and things like that. Like, that was right on. It doesn't have anything to do necessarily with self-esteem or with people with low self-esteem, I meant to say. So just be careful. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, this has been amazing. You're amazing. You give us, you know, make us feel that empowerment without feeling that shame, because that's what women do. That's what we do. We're like, I can't believe I fell for that. How could I have done that? And, you know, you're doing, and I put it in the chat, I was like, you're doing the Lord's work. You know, you really are. And I really appreciate you so much, especially when I'm back in this space again. I never thought I would be back in this situation ever in a million years. And it's easy to do. It's not as difficult as other people who haven't experienced it make it seem, you know.
Well, the thing about it is somewhere you were taught that this is okay. So that's what, like, where therapy comes in. Because it's not that you have a bad picker. It's not that. It's not that. It's that you're calibrated to dysfunction.
so right on. That is so spot on. I did not have very good role models growing up. My mom was actually really pretty awful to me. And like therapy has changed my life in like a million ways, you know? So I definitely encourage every woman to, or man, anybody really, to go get that. And I have my son in therapy too, because I'm raising a good man. Okay. I don't care if it's the death of me, I'm raising a good man. And being emotionally intelligent is a part of that. And we have very in-depth conversations. He's 14 years old, and he has the emotional intelligence of somebody much older than him. It's a beautiful thing to see. But yes, I completely agree with what you just said. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I thank you so much for having this, and I don't want to continue taking up the space, but I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience up here. And good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. It was like, I was just looking up to the heavens like, I have learned my lesson, please. I promise I'll never do it. So, and you know what? And if my punishment is giving back to the community that I live in, it's hard to see that as a punishment, honestly. I feel grateful that this happened because it got me out of a bad situation. Mm-hmm. And I'm honestly, we're so happy. My son is happy. I'm happy. We're like thriving right now. Mm-hmm. So I can't be too upset about it. But yeah. But I just appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again for being up here. Miss Gurley, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Real quick, because I forgot this was going off on me. Please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart meal and please subscribe. And Morphin, thank you so much for the bouquet. Go ahead, Miss Gurley. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was an accident, but since I'm up here, I joined your live a couple of times and listened to a lot of stories, and it get really emotional, and it's kind of hard when I'm at work. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying not to like cry behind the computer, but some of these women's stories are like really, really, touching. Yeah. And then like when she said you're doing the Lord's work, it's so, I wish that you were around. I wish I knew some of this stuff when I was like younger. When I had my son at 23, and I was with his father. I knew his father since he was 9. Mm-hmm. I knew him for a long time. And we grew up together, and, we were young, so, he wasn't in jail, not that I know of. And, but when I got pregnant at 2 months, he went to jail. So that was his first time going in jail. And being young, I'm like, okay, this is my child's father. I don't want to be a single mother. My mind, like, yeah, I will hold him down. I'll rock out with him, stay by his side. And I knew that was like the wrong thing to do. So he went to jail when I was like 2 months pregnant. And he came out when my son was about 4 months. So I'm like, okay, great. He's out of jail. Let's try to make this family work and, come together, blah, blah, blah. Within a month, he went back to jail. Within a month, he went back to jail. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh no, this is not the life I want. I'm not about that life. I'm not a rider. I'm not a ride or die, what one call it. Mm-hmm. I was like, absolutely not. So like I dodged that bullet because he was like calling me. I wouldn't pick up. Obviously he needed a place to stay when he came out. Dodged that bullet. Unfortunately, he went to someone else and wrecked her life because that's an abusive relationship. But just like the mindset when I was younger and not knowing some of the things, knowing a lot of these things, because a lot of people don't know this at 23. We think, it's a bad boy, this is cool, this is fun. But just like me being selfish and being a single mom, I was like, I'm not about this life. I can't do this. I'm not holding anybody down. I need to focus on my son. So that was my way. That was my thought process. Like, I'm out of here. But yeah, I just like appreciate everything that you're saying. This is like so informative. I'm sneaking headphones on at work. I'm like, oh, let me wipe my tears. But I just love this. I love this. But yes, thank you so much for everything that you do for these ladies.
Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
And don't get in trouble at work. Don't
I'm
get in
behind my
trouble over
computer
there.
and I have my hair to the side. I'm like, is this side part day? No, listen to Lavender.
Yeah, don't get in trouble now. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Let's see. And Kit Kat. Oh, I see something up here that I don't. What the heck does that mean? Nope. That has to go. I don't know what this is about. Sorry, y'all. I don't see anything where I need, except for that one thing. Kit Kat, yeah, I'm looking at that chat. I'm not seeing anything that's too crazy over there. I saw one thing, I got rid of it. I'll look into that later, but there's like nobody over there. Let me see. Let me look. Let me look at this. Yeah, there's like nobody even watching it. It's all good. It's all good over there on the tubes of you. Let's see. Let me talk about the top viewers. Morphin's number 1, Mandy's number 2, Momo's number 3, Alicia's number 4, and Isha's number 5. Thank y'all so much. Now, let's talk about when these dudes come home. Okay, so real quick, because I want to see where are we at. Yeah, it's close to halfway through. Okay, so let's talk about the stuff we've covered. Okay. First of all, the predators are studying these moms, like, from the jump, okay? No, you're not destroying my outline, not at all. Becoming Anya, thank you so much. No, not at all. So, these dudes are watching these moms like a hawk, okay? The first indicator that they're going to be able to manipulate you is the fact that you are talking to them in the first place. That is step 1. Next step, you're going to, hey, Medusa, how's it going? You're going to put out information as if like you're really hunting down a good man, a good righteous man that's going to do your family good. Yikes, don't do it, okay? He's going to smell that loneliness. He wants to know that you're going to trade logic, okay, for loyalty. Hi, J. Rose. By getting you to put money on his books, okay? Every dollar you spend on that dude is basically a door you're opening. You're telling the guy that he's got you, okay? And now let's talk about the parole plan. This is where things start to get scary, okay? So now that he's got you, okay, he's done the love bombing, the future faking, he's talking about all the stuff you guys are going to do together. Everything's going to be great. I'm going to get a job and we're going to have a home and I'm going to start a business, whatever the hell. Okay. Kayla, thank you so much for the rose. Then he gets you to let him in your house. Okay. And now your house becomes a hunting ground. When he convinces you to let him parole into your home, that's not romance. Okay. It's infiltration. He is placing himself in your environment. Okay. Near your children, your routines, and your blind spots, okay? You've done the background check for him, okay? And he's done the personality check for you. This is where it gets kind of freakish, okay? Because by the time he walks through your door, he already knows how far you'll go to protect him, okay? How far you'll protect him. And he knows this because you would have had to talk to family members that would have been like, girl, what are you doing? And he would have been able to isolate you from them because that's what they do. Okay? They say things like, it's you and me against the world, or you're the only one I've got, or whatever. All the stuff that they can say. Nobody understands our love, or they're just jealous of you. They're jealous of what we have. They lay it on thick, and they do this over a long period of time to take you away from anybody that might talk some sense into you. Okay? It's all an act. So he knows how far already that you're going to go to protect him. and how little you'll do to protect yourself. So I want to know, real quick, please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. But do y'all think a dude fresh out of prison should be around your children? Yes or no? A guy fresh out of prison. You don't know anything that he's been through. He's not ever going to tell you the truth. You don't know what he's got going on. Do you think he should be around your kids? Because I think that might be a bad idea. I mean, seriously, okay, y'all, back when I went to that FBI course for crisis negotiation, one of the first things the agents taught us was that you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Holy cow. When they said that, I was like, what? Oh my God, that's true. But what's messed up when you're dealing with law enforcement, the stuff that you don't know could get you hurt. If you're a crisis negotiator like I was, the stuff that you don't know could result in the end of someone's life. Okay? The stuff that you don't know as a crisis negotiator could result in a really bad day. Okay. Oh gosh, that thing was pulling my face. Mandy, thank you so much for the face pulling thing. That was weird. But yeah, the stuff that you don't know could really wreck everything. Okay. And when it comes to your children, what you don't know could result in something happening to your babies that you can never take back. Okay. A lot of people don't understand what a dude is going through while he's locked down. Okay? They don't know. They don't know how scary it is in prison sometimes. They've got no idea. Okay? How do you work around what you don't know? Well, that's why I say again, ditch that man when he goes to jail and don't date felons. Y'all, there are so many women that date felons thinking that, well, he just went to prison for credit card fraud, so he's not bad, right? He's not that bad. Well, what the fuck? Let's think about it like this. You might know that he went to prison for credit card fraud, but you don't know anything about what he did that he didn't get caught for. Okay? And I know there's a lot of women that'll be like, well, you don't know about anybody then. Because there could be a guy walking around right now and he could be like a complete chomo. And you don't know. That is freaking true. You don't know. You don't know really anything about anybody until you know. However, when we're talking about felons, we already know that these dudes make bad decisions. We already know, depending on the type of crime that they got caught for, that they're probably impatient. You know that if a guy, and maybe you don't know this, but if a dude goes to prison for beating up a family member, if it was a dude he beat up, he'll beat up a woman. Probably. You never know. Why is he beating up his family members? If the guy went to prison for a DUI, you know he doesn't make good decisions. Can you? Oh, Morphin, thank you so much for the mic drop. You don't know if you could trust that man around your children because what is he going to do? Especially when guys, nope, not desperate, Maria. No. Just not really thinking it all the way through, but not desperate. Okay, I don't want to use that word because it's really not the right terminology for these women that get involved. It's just not thinking about the things that could happen. Okay? Oh, there's somebody requesting up. But yeah, you don't know what you don't know. And the way to get around that is just ditch that man when he goes to jail or just don't get involved with felons. And that includes a guy that you're in a relationship with. If you've got a relationship with a dude, you've been together for who cares how long. If he's doing stuff to go to prison, he doesn't care about you. If you have children with a man and he's going to prison, he doesn't care about you or the kids. It's actually even worse if you have kids. He should be at home if he cared about you. If the dude's going to jail, he is telling you exactly what he feels about the relationship. And like my mama said, why are you going to let a man tell you more than one time that he doesn't want you? To me, going to prison seems to be one of the ultimate I don't want you. Because why isn't he at the house? How's it going? Is that Brick? Eight Brick? Brick? How's it going?
The Brick, yeah.
Hey, sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you for opening up this topic today. It is a great one. There's just something that I wanted to mention. So, we see how males operate in patriarchy right now out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when they go and get that ultimate training there? You're around the worst of the worst. They're getting literally concentrated education in how to do harm.
Yes.
Between the other males.
Mm-hmm.
As growing up, we watch these boys like sit on the porch with the older men and are taught terrible things about girls and women. So what do you think they're going to do in there? What do you think they're learning in there? They're passing off these tips and tricks on how to manipulate women all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And they sit and they watch. They're essentially in the worst sort of training school you can imagine, because they're watching other males teach and play in women's faces and having women coming in and out to give them things all the time. So if they could put that type of energy towards that, who knows what they could do in college? That would be amazing, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to mention that, because when they're coming out of that sort of environment, and then they want to especially be around women with children, because they know these women are taking care of it for themselves and their kids, you know, and that, yeah, sometimes they want that companionship. And a lot of times some of those women have had kids because of their circumstances and how they've been groomed, you know, to be, you know, at the foot of a man. They've been taught, a lot of those women have been taught that way.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes another guy doing the same thing, benefiting off of what another man has, all the harm another man has done to that woman already.
Mm-hmm.
And so imagine what they're going to do to the next generation, to those children who are in the home. That's all I just wanted to say.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes. So yeah. So here's what happens. Oh, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget... Oops. I'm so sorry, Mandy. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. So, yeah. Let's talking about how ignoring the red flags equals his signal to advance. Okay? Listen. The red flags do not just start when he comes to parole to your house. The red flags, again, started when you first allowed him to speak to you. When you first allowed that man to have access to you is when the red flag started. That was the first one. I'm telling you this. Men, hi Shells. Men like to look good in front of other men. Okay? Men, typically in our society, do not think that going to prison is something awesome. Something that you should aspire to. Okay? That's not the world's looking up. You understand? Prison is not great. Okay? You don't go to school for, K through 12 and then do like 2 years of college and then, go to prison to finish your bachelor's. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. Okay? It's not generally respected in most circles to go to prison. That is not what men do. Men, go get their educations, or they go to get some kind of training and they work hard and they make money and build families, build careers, and build social standing. Okay, that's what they've been taught to do. Okay, so when they're not doing that, other men look at those dudes like they're failures. Duh. Okay. So men have this thing where they know, at least back in the day, they used to have to compete for women. Okay, they used to have to get your father's permission to even talk to you. Okay, things have changed. All right, not saying we should go back to that at all, but I'm just saying things have changed. So now it's easier for dudes that suck to be in our face. Okay, it's easier for them to have access to us and just go straight to the source. Okay, instead of having to pass through some guards. Okay, prison is now a badge of honor, and certain minority groups of every ethnic group in this country, yes, okay, but yeah, the majority of dudes out here do not believe that going to prison is something cool. Okay, so when men know that prison isn't cool, and men used to have to compete with other men. Actually, men still compete with other men for the attention of women. Then you would think that means that most women don't think going to prison is cool. Okay, so there's one. Everybody's like, prison's bad. Okay, fine. But if you've got a guy who's in prison, if a woman is speaking to him, he's not going to think, oh, this woman is so great because she's looking at me as somebody that's equal to her. She's looking at me like I'm human. They are not thinking about you like that. Bella, thank you so much for the bow knot. Bella, did you see my message? Those angry women think that I'm you. Like, they think that you're me. They think that you're me like I'm like you're my other account. That shit is funny. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But anyway. So ladies, if you were giving attention to a man in prison, yeah, me, so off of that stuff from this morning. No, it's okay. It's okay. And yeah, you don't have to, because looking at the other content, she's a sad lady, and I don't mean like she's a turd. I just mean like she's got stuff going on, and just we don't have to say nothing to her. Don't do that. Actually, no, they're not helping push the lives out at all. Nothing about being associated with her content is doing anything for mine, Kit Kat. Not a single thing. Okay? Not a single thing. And I don't know if you're thinking that maybe because of the amount of followers she has, but it's oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Hey, Isha. Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Number one rule: don't tell me what to do. Okay, there's only one person in here that tells me what to do, and that's Mandy. And I'm not even sure if she's in here right now. Yeah, just hang on for a second. Hold what you got. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Yeah, her amount of followers, nothing that she does anything for my viewership or nothing. Okay, because her content ain't it. Anyway. But yeah, so if the men know that they have to compete for women's attention, and nobody, as a whole, thinks that, society as a whole doesn't think that going to prison is great. Whoa, Ernestine. Woo. Society as a whole doesn't think that going to prison is good, and men have to compete for women, then that means that if you're a man in prison and there's a woman talking to you, he's not looking at her like she's so great. He's looking at it like I'm so great that she's talking to me. Even though he knows he's really a turd. Okay? So here's what ends up happening. The turd comes home to your house. The turd eats up all your food. The turd is using up all your water. The turd is on your couch just turding all over your furniture. Okay? Just turding around your house. He knows he's a turd. He knows compared to other men, he's a turd. But you're the woman that let the turd into your house and wallow in your bed and eat all your stuff. He is not going to think of that woman as, I love her so much because she sees me for the turd I really am and loves me anyway. No, he's going to freaking hate you. He's going to hate you because he knows he's a turd. And he's going to wonder what the hell kind of a person loves a turd. So he's going to still use up all your water and eat up all your kids' snacks and cereal and fruit snacks and eat up all the meatloaf. He's still going to eat the food, use up all the water, use up all the electricity and gas. He's still going to do all that stuff. But while he's sitting there turding around your house, driving your car, just rubbing turd all over your car, okay? He is going to be looking at you as like, what are you doing? What's going on with you where you let me, this big piece of shit, into your house? If you let me into your house, then that must make you a piece of shit too for loving me because you're crazy. That's how they look at it, because they would never do it the other way around. I'm not even joking. So ladies, please stop, okay? Please stop it. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. Let me get to these two people that want to talk, but I'm not even joking. Ernestine, go ahead and unmute your mic. Ernestine?
Okay. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, I can hear you now.
I don't know how to do it.
No, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
I must have hit the wrong thing. What you said?
No, did you want to...
Very good.
Ernestine, did you want to talk?
No,
Huh?
no, I didn't want to talk, but what you saying?
No.
You're right on everything you saying.
Oh, thank you.
I love you. I love what you're saying, and you're right on what you're saying. Women's got to take more responsible for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just understand how these dudes are operating.
Phones. I'm not the best with these phones and stuff.
Oh, it's okay.
But I listen to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Ernestine.
I don't know how to work it that good.
Uh-huh.
But all right.
All right, I'll put you back in the comments, okay? Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Nat, how's it going? Hello? Nats? Kaza? Going once? Going twice? Hello? Okay. That must have been an accident. All right. So yeah, ladies, that's how they look at that. Oh, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. But that's kind of how they look at it, okay? They're going to use up all your stuff. And you're letting them know, let's see, he will respect you more. So he will respect us more if we abandon him at his lowest. Isha, listen, here's what you need to remember. Why do you need his respect? Why do you need respect from him? Does it matter? Okay? Because, listen, all that other stuff, he did it himself. Exactly, the Psychic Queen, he's not going to respect you at all. But why would you subject yourself to some bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already hard enough out here as it is. The economy's bad. Everybody's medical insurance premiums are going to go up. Well, not everybody's. If you happen to have medical insurance that was getting, subsidies, okay, then your insurance is about to go up. Okay? Hell. Groceries are high. Gas is high. Mortgage rates are out of control. Rent is high. Everything sucks. Okay? Why add a man that's about to be a millstone around your neck that isn't going to respect you? Don't do that. You said didn't know him before he committed his crimes. Isha, it doesn't matter. He committed crimes. He doesn't care about himself. Y'all, listen, ladies, I need y'all to understand something. I need y'all to understand something. If the man didn't care enough about his own freedom to be free, he is not going to care about anyone else. Men have been socialized to care about themselves first. They are number one to themselves. Look, Isha. Okay, look. You said you're sorry you come from the hood and you used to commit crimes yourself. Yeah, used to. Okay, used to. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a huge difference between a woman criminal and a man criminal. Okay? Women, no. Isha, you should listen. Because women, when women go to prison and get out and they make some shit shake. Because nobody cares about women. Nobody gives women any grace. It's ridiculous. Isha, have you ever noticed how a single mom will get like no support from the community, but a single dad will have like everybody and their mama trying to help? They coddle men in families. You will have the girl child cleaning, cooking, all that bullshit, but the boy children in the same household don't have to lift a finger. When women go to prison, nobody is going to visit. Barely anybody's putting money on people's books. Nobody's showing up on visitation weekends. Nobody cares. And when they come out, they have to do everything on their own. I have a whole different energy for women that are coming out of prison. Okay? And because they are not cared for like the men are, because it's a patriarchy. So everybody is doting on dudes like that. When dudes get out, they're coddled. They have whole coming home parties. You see more coming home parties than you do graduation parties. Okay? And I'm pretty sure you've seen this being from the hood. There is a huge difference between dudes that commit crime and women that end up committing crime. Typically, women might commit some crime and then they're done. But you'll have dudes, because men are coddled by society and by their families, they're just going to keep going and going and going and going. They're not going to learn a lesson because somebody is always going to be there. Some woman is always going to show up to protect them. Some woman is always going to show up to cover for them, because society cares way more about men than it does women. Isha, you better be staying away from, you better be doing some judging. And I don't give a shit about who says anything about judging. Exactly. Never any accountability on their end. That is 100% true. But the women that are out there committing crimes do have to, because a lot of times I've seen it. The ladies go out there and have to face everything alone and have to start from scratch, have to figure out how to get their kids back, all this stuff. Men will let like, okay, well, my mama's got the kids and I'll just go lay up at some lady's house. What the fuck? So I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you feel like you can just settle for some bullshit, man, because you've gotten in trouble in the past, that is false. That is false. Absolutely not. Because you, Isha, are 100% different than a dude that got in the same amount of trouble. I am pretty sure you could look today at somebody that's from your neighborhood that's gotten the same amount of trouble as you, and look where you're at and look where they're at. And it's probably totally different. It's probably totally different. Let's see, you really do feel like being empathetic sometimes make you forget about your own boundaries? Yes. Like, stop it. You have to have boundaries. You deserve boundaries. Okay? You do not have to. You don't just have to date jailbirds because you've been a jailbird. That doesn't make any sense. Okay? That's not necessary. You don't have to do that. Stay away from them dudes, because that dude will still take everything. You did that's what I'm saying. Like, you completely changed your life, but a lot of these dudes do not. I have a whole different, I got a whole different situation for what women look like coming out of prison versus what men look like. Yes, it's like locking yourself up with, right, like, just don't. So whatever, I hope after today you look at this differently and understand, like, wait a minute, why do I have so much empathy for somebody that's already got his mama, sister, auntie, cousins, everybody, all the women in his family are trying to, like, let him stay at the house and all that stuff, and he's not doing any better than me? He should be doing better than you. He should be doing better, but you're over here in a patriarchy doing better than him and y'all both were committing crimes, but you've changed your life and somehow he hasn't, even though he's got the benefit of the goddamn patriarchy to fall back on? Ugh. You don't have to do that. Caleb, what's going on?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. I actually just found your live today. I'm one of the younger girlies. I just wanted to circle back on one of the other women who was here earlier when she said, I was 23 dealing with a guy who was no good for me. Unfortunately, I found myself in that situation. I don't deal with felons per se, but this guy got cases coming up on him and just operating recklessly, which led me being, in a compromising situation. So I'm dealing with a lot. I just wanted to say thank you for the work that you've done. Because it's really good to have like support and then hearing other women's stories and stuff. It's super fresh for me. So like, it's just crazy. Just seeing the veil like lift and seeing things for what it is. It's just so surreal. And I just wanted to like, thank you and all the other ladies who want to share their stories in here because it's really helpful for people around. So
thank you for coming up and sharing. Yeah. Thank you so much. Psychic.
Hey, I just wanted to circle back onto what you just said earlier. I just feel like this might help some women in the chat. Where she said, it's even if you sort of like leave them when they're sort of down and out or something along those lines, would they respect you more? And I think it's really important for women to know that men do not think the same way as women. And a lot of us women, even with felons or just men in general, when you break up with a man, how many of us post pictures like we're having a good time? How many of us go and get our hair done and post that picture purposefully, hoping that he's going to be watching your stories and realize what he's lost and regret that, that he shitted on you? So many of us women do that. And sometimes it's subconsciously. But that's the wounded ego. Reclaiming your power is when you get to a point of indifference where you don't care if they see your post because you've already got them blocked and barred on everything. When you get yourself to a point where you don't even care if he sees you happy, you don't even care if he misses you, you don't even care if he's checking for you because you are so focused on your self-love and building an abundant life for yourself that you have completely detached. That's what true healing looks like. Because I've done it before. Like, I've had my heart broken, my wounded ego's like, he's going to regret it because he ain't going to find a woman like me and he's going to see me, I'm going to have a massive glow up. Don't do it for them. Don't do it for the revenge. Don't do it for the clapback. Do it for yourself. Because that is where your power lies, when you literally reach that point of indifference where it no longer matters. Because if you are still posting, if you are still hoping that he's going to regret the day he lost you, you're still seeking that man's validation.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to say.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really do appreciate that. Let's see.
Down.
All right. Mariellis, go ahead and unmute your mic. Hello? Mariellis? Hello? Mariellis? Are you there? All right, going once, going twice. Okay. Come back in a little bit then. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. All right. Let me talk about the top viewers real quick before I move on to the next part. Gosh, that's right. Because we're talking about red flags. We didn't even get there. Morphin's number 1. Mandy's number 2. Medusa's number 3. Pieces of Brie is number 4. And Momo is number 5. Thank y'all so much. Listen. Red flags is what we were talking about. Every ignored red flag is a signal to him to advance. Okay? Every single red flag you ignore, ladies. Every little lie thing that he told that you excused, every weird thing he did, every time he tried to tell you, he didn't want you going out, or every time he gets a little loud at you because you didn't pick up the phone, every red flag you ignore is a signal for him that he's got you. Because he knows he's being disrespectful. There's no mistake about it. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's being a dick. But if you stick around, then he knows he's going to be able to get away with just a little bit more. Every red flag equals a green light for him. Okay? Actually, let's try it like this. Ooh, we haven't used the board. Let's look at it this way. Okay, so first red flag. Actually, let's use this color. So we got a red flag over here. What was the flag? Okay. How does that look? Hell yeah. Okay, so we got a red flag right here. You talked to him. You spoke to him in the first place. That is the first red flag. Let me unmirror this, so we could get this going. Okay, so you spoke to the Dusty in the first place. Let me move this box. You spoke to the Dusty in the first place. You ignored this red flag. That lets him move on. What's the next thing? He's yelling at you for not picking up the phone fast enough. You're at work. You're at work. You're at work. And he knows it. He wants you to put all that money on the books and money on the goddamn phone, and you have to work. But he's mad at you because you didn't answer the phone. Okay? But you let it go. Alright? That's more advancement. He's asking you to send $20. Okay? He's asking you to send $20 for his commissary. What the shit? Well, hell, you talked to him in the first place. He's able to get away with yelling at you because you didn't pick up the phone. And now he's asking you for money. And you give it to him. You're ignoring all these red flags. What's another red flag that could be totally ignored that happens all the time? Money on another dude's books. Well, you're putting money on this guy, on my books. How about you put some money on this other fool's books? Okay? What the hell? He's stepping things up. Oh, well, let's see. If you put money on my friend's books, then let me see if I could get you to bring in a cell phone. Let me see if I could get you to bring me a cell phone the next time you come visit, or throw it over the fence. Okay? And you fucking did it. Okay, you fucking did it. What's next? Okay? Oh, well, you know what? How about I let you parole, or let me parole out to your house. Let me come home with you. I want to stay with you. It's cold outside, so we're using fireplaces now. You see this shit? Every time you ignore a red flag, it's going to get a little bit bigger. He's going to up the ante. He's going to up the ante every single time. Every single time you ignore a red flag. And every time you ignore a red flag, it's not necessarily just to... Sometimes it's just to mess with you. Sometimes it's just to mess with you. But he wants to know how much control he has over you. First red flag was you talked to the dude in the first place. And it goes all the way to getting to your house. And not just getting to your damn house, but getting around your kids. Getting around your kids. Okay? And that's what we're talking about today. It's not just about the $20. It's not just about putting money. He wants to see, as he's isolating you as he's getting you to ignore your own boundaries, as he's getting you to further risk yourself, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? When you defend him against your friends, when you say he's not like that anymore, even though all this other shit is happening, because this is what's happening. You're telling your mama, your daddy, everybody's like, girl, what are you doing? Oh, no, everything's fine. No, I'm just talking to him. Oh, no, he was just, you know, a little upset because he just misses me so much. You know, he's used to talking to me for a certain amount of time. Oh, no. Hey, can I borrow $20 because I just spent my last to like, hey, I got to pay my phone bill. And I didn't realize when I put that money on that man's books. Can I borrow this from you until payday? Hey. Well, now you're not telling anybody stuff anymore because he's telling you they're jealous of you. They don't understand us. Nobody loves you like I do. Hey, when it's time to put the money on my friend's books, which also, again, the stuff that you don't know, you don't know. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. There's been a lot of situations where I've seen women get asked to do this right here. Hold on. I'm tired of rolling back and forth. It's getting stupid. Rolling back and forth is getting dumb. Let me get out the yardstick. Listen. It gets to a point. When you get to this point right here, okay, where we're talking about putting money on a dude's books, he's already gotten this woman away from her people. He's already gotten her away from the people that care about her. Because people are already, a lot of times family members and friends will talk to the woman with zero empathy. They'll talk to her like she's stupid because to everybody on the outside, they're not understanding that he is manipulating her at every single turn. So by the time they get to this point right here, where now he's starting to ask her to do stuff that's not necessarily illegal yet. Not necessarily illegal yet, but you don't know exactly why he is asking you to put money on this. Why he's asking you to put money on that dude's books. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. The money that the reason for this one right here might be a lie. Sometimes it's for gambling. Sometimes it's for tattooing, which could get him sick. Sometimes this guy right here could be your boyfriend's boyfriend. And you're helping to fund his life, but you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. He could have just asked you to put money on his boyfriend's books and you've got no idea. That's what I'm talking about right now. And because he has isolated you from your family, because you got tired of listening to your family call you names, call you stupid or whatever, and ask you, girl, what's wrong with you? You stopped talking to people. So now that you've stopped talking to people, now he's going to start getting you to do things that are illegal. Okay? Now he's really got you. Because he's got you at this point risking your own freedom. If you're risking your freedom for him, he is going to be able to get to this house with you and your little ones. If you're risking your freedom for him, you're going to risk your children. Because if you're already risking your freedom and you have children, then you're already risking your children at this step right here. You really are. You're risking your kids. Because if the cops come knocking at your door because of whatever you're doing right here, you're risking the babies. If you go to jail because you're throwing phones over the fucking fence, you're going to lose your babies. But if you never get caught and you get to the point where he can parole out to your house, now he's got access to the babies. And because you don't know what you don't know if you've let a monster into your house, because you don't know, because you're thinking, oh, he's just been in there for a little bit of fraud. Might not be that big of a deal. Every red flag is a green light. Every single red flag that you ignore tells him that he is G to G. as we would call it in the Air Force. In the United States Air Force, we had a little term called G to G. It's good to go. Okay? And if something is good to go, then hell, you turn a red flag into a green flag. You turn another red flag into a green flag to him. That's a green light now. You turn another red flag into a green flag for him. And then you went and turned another red flag into a green flag. And then you turn another red flag into a green flag. And then you turn one more red flag into a fucking green flag. That's what's happening. That's what's happening here. Okay? Seriously. And that's what they're banking on. They're banking on the fact that you're going to switch the red flags to the green flags. You're doing most of the work for him. And by the time he gets to your house, there's not a whole lot he's got to do because he's already groomed you for months or years already. It's already been happening. So, when you defend him against your friends, you'll say he's not like that anymore. When you silence your doubts, when you silence your own doubts, when you turn every red flag into a green flag, he is silently celebrating. He's celebrating. He's happy. Because every time you override your own instincts, because what the fuck? This doesn't make sense. We're in a patriarchy, ladies, so why are we talking to a dude that can't do shit for you? Why are we talking to a man that can't do anything? Why? That's red flag number one. He's acting a fool because you're not doing what he wants. That's another red flag. Every time you ignore one of these, it makes him happy because he knows he's gotten one step further to the house. Okay? He got one step closer to the house. Y'all. Every time you override your instincts, Bella, thank you so much for the night star. Every time you override your instincts, he learns how to override your children's. He doesn't need to manipulate your babies. He just needs to manipulate you into silence first, which he's already done because you have turned the red flags into green flags for him. Okay? I want to know in the chat, what is one red flag you remember that still haunts you to this day? Go ahead and put it in the chat. One red flag that you ignored that haunts you to this day. And Matt Jen Martinez is saying, what do you suggest? I suggest ditch that man when he goes to jail. Ditch him when he goes to jail. Can I borrow 40? There's so many. Believing that he didn't grape the woman. Yikes. Yeah. His lies about how much time he actually had. Woo. The amount of money laundering is insane. Him fighting with other people. Telling me to get a second. Whoa. He told you to get a second job. I've heard of that. Putting his hands around my... Oh. After our first real argument, I'm so sorry. He said he so hoped we had a girl when we were pregnant. That is weird. Not wanting to go to the doctors. Oh, jeez. Lied about his charges. Non-violent versus violent. Ugh. Yeah. All right.
Oh, how did I get up here?
Oh,
Hey.
okay, I'll drop you down. Oh, what's up?
Sorry.
Hey, Restless, did you mean to be up here? That's a nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Real quick. Oh, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can't contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily Heartbeat and please subscribe. And one other thing, I want to talk about the top viewers. Number 1 is Morphin Orphan. Number 2 is Mandy. Number 3 is Momo. Number 4 is Pieces of Breed. Number 5 is Alicia. Thank y'all so very much. I appreciate it. Now, the mother is groomed first. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I come on at 11 a.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. The mother is groomed first, y'all. Okay? What do you mean the mother is groomed first? Shit! The mother is groomed first. Okay? The mother is groomed first. Not the babies. Again, I said it earlier. The dude does not even have to groom the kids. All he has to do is groom the mother into shutting the fuck up. That's all he has to do. That's it. Okay? He is grooming you. Emotionally. Okay? Before he ever meets your children physically. Okay? The goal is psychological control. Make you believe he's your protector, your soulmate, your redemption story. And by redemption story, I mean the fact that a lot of us have been brought up to be male-centered. And to believe that if you're a single mother, there's something wrong with you and it needs to be corrected. I used to feel that way. Myself. Until I pulled my head out of my ass. Okay? I mean, we were socialized to do that. It takes a lot of unlearning. So he is hoping that you, because again, you started off with this. I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for where all the real men at. Where all the men that are honest or real. Shit, what the fuck? That's the bat signal to predators. Okay? Then you talk to the dude in the first place. Every red flag, yeah. He's getting psychological control over you. That's what's happening. Okay? And when your children feel unsafe, you'll interpret their fear as disrespect instead of danger. You'll defend him to the kids. Because that's what he's been training you to do all along. It started off when your family's asking you why you're talking to a jailbird. And then you're having to give them reasons for it. You might not tell your family about this. But you might end up telling your family about this if you end up going broke trying to deal with them. You might not tell your family about the time that you got to send money to somebody else. But all the while, yeah, your family might not know about every single thing. But you and him know, well, he knows that every single red flag you ignore, he is getting more and more psychological control over you. That's what he wants. Okay? You are being groomed, not the children. You're being groomed. He has been training you the entire time to ignore red flags. He's been grooming you the entire time to switch red flags to green flags. And I want to know from the chat, have y'all ever known a mom that like defended a man that kind of was a weirdo? Have you ever known a mom that defended a man that gave her kids the creeps? Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately. It's because the mothers, it's the women that are being groomed. You don't have to groom the kids at all if the mothers are compliant. If you can get the moms, they don't have to worry about what the kids are going to do. So let's talk about internalized misogyny. Internalized misogyny is the weapon that the man never ever has to wield because society has done it for him. Society has done all the heavy lifting. He doesn't have to shame you because society already did. You were raised to believe that being alone is a failure. That being loved by a man, any man, is success. Does it matter that you got that man from the deepest, darkest depths of society? Everybody will applaud you because you have a man. We're socialized to believe that a woman, as long as a woman has a man, it doesn't matter what the woman's got going for her. It doesn't matter what the man has or doesn't have. She's got a man. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen a conversation happening and a woman asks another woman, well, where's your man at? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen that. Where's your man at? Where's your man? Well, how are you talking about this stuff? Where's your man? What the fuck? Like men are some kind of thing that's like hard to obtain. Are you joking? They're like so easy. They're so easy. Let's see. For some reason, I still feel for him because I see him as a victim of his mom's. Oh, hey, I was trying to get your attention. If you want to come back up, you can. I had to drop you because I wasn't, like, you weren't unmuting. And I had to move on. But, yeah, if you'd like to come up, Marielis, RDS, if you'd like to come up and talk, you can still. There's still time. Let's see, okay, I'm so happy that I've never been in a relationship. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. So, yeah. That internalized misogyny is what gets women all the time. Sheila on the mountain, exactly. Let's see, many of us have trauma. Yeah. So what happens after that? Oh, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. So what happens? What happens after that? Okay, what happens after, you're over there with your internalized misogyny? Okay. Oh, we've got a guest. I'm gonna ask her to come back up. Hey, what's going on, superstar?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I do want to touch base on 2 things that you mentioned about the mothers of the sons. Like, they know their sons are cuckoo, but they defend their sons. I can't stand that. You don't know how that gets under my skin. When they acknowledge that their son have an issue and they're defending their son. Oh no, he didn't do that. He didn't hit you. It's crazy, and that gets under my skin. And the other thing is, these women. Hey, I'm a woman, and I'm not judging no one. I'm not judging anyone. But for myself, I'm so happy that I've never been one of those women who feels that I'm so desperate that I'm gonna pick up any guy. I've never been that type of chick. I've had friends, relatives, and I'm like, you're better off by yourself. He's beating on you, he ain't working, he's not contributing. Why are you still with him? And I believe also that these men out here, I can talk about myself and my experience, but in a different manner, not like with the felon stuff. But this touched base to me because I have been in an abusive relationship, and I didn't see it happening. So all those things that you say back there, not in the sense of him being in prison, but in the sense of just in a regular relationship, I was being isolated. I didn't realize that. Got pregnant. It got worse. The first red flag that I ignored was, I will never forget it. We went to a restaurant, and I'm an outgoing person, and he was like, "Oh, are you flirting with the waiter?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, is he joking?" I laughed it off. I really did laugh it off. My abuse was more mental, where he was isolating me. So now, and it's funny, I told my mom, I said, I don't regret my child, but I do regret ever meeting him. But I say, you know what? I learned a lesson. I learned a lesson from that. And from there, I've been single by choice, because I said I'm not going to ever tolerate that type of behavior again. I'm just not going to go through it again. I'm not.
I do want to remind you, though, because it's not, when those women do that stuff, it's not desperation, though. Typically, it's their socialization, or they believe that, like, that stuff is normal to them.
But you know what? Back to what you're saying. We women have been socialized to believe you need a man by your side in order to be happy, to feel complete. I believe a woman should first love themselves in all aspects. Hey, I got needs too, but you know what? I value my peace. I mean, I'm single right now by choice, and I really value my peace. So it's taking me time to get over what I experienced, but that's just my experience, and I do enjoy your platform again. So that's all I wanted to say, and I'm not judging anyone, because we all have our own stories. We all have our own stories.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, saying desperate is kind of judgmental. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm sorry to all the women. I don't mean that. I'm just saying, because I have friends in different walks of life and stuff, and I, they could judge me. Hey, it's all good. But what I'm saying is just that I've seen high-powered women deal with men that I would never think they would be with. That's all. Or in situations. And myself, I used to be I consider myself the strong one, but in the sense of very independent and wise. But guess what? I guess not. I guess not, because to be honest, I didn't see the signs. It was later on when my friends were like, don't you see this? Don't you? It took me a while to see what was going on, and he wanted me to dim my light, and I said, never again. I will never be in a situation like that again. I'm gonna try my best not to be in a situation like that.
Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't realize we had so many people in the line. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Isha, go ahead. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you've been saying my name right the whole time. I just wanted to come up real quick, and my experience, like I said, with inmates has been interesting. I'm 35 now, but had it when I was 14, right? My first love, going to jail for 3 years, me holding him down, him cheating on me fighting girls on the outs. It was just crazy. And I was like, I'll never hold a man down in jail again. And then lo and behold, another one of my loves goes for murder. He's got 35. I'm not holding him down at this point. I moved on. He's just a friend, right? So I don't know. I guess I've always had a revolving door of people that I cared about going to jail. And so me just not feeling like wanting to abandon them was just part of the lifestyle. And even with my friend now, who I'm not in a committed relationship with, he's a friend. He made some really bad life decisions. Of course, he feels like he got to carry a gun to protect himself. And so he ends up with all these, possession charges, whatever. I said all that to say this. There is something within me that's attracted to those type of men. And I realize that. There is something in me that sees the excitement, or, not even wanting to fix something that's broken. Just there's something in me. When people say, well, why don't you up your standards? Why don't you get a man of this caliber? And then I'll be like, maybe I don't hold myself to a high enough standard, right? Because I feel like that man just can't offer me, and it could be the dopamine rush. But I got up here to ask you a question. How do you feel about shows like Love After Lockup that kind of glorify this prison connection? And
I think they're disgusting.
All of that.
I think they're disgusting. Real quick, and I'll answer that in full in a second. Please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me, and please subscribe. I think those shows are terrible because they hurt women on purpose for money. And I think the reason they exist is because women have started to become more successful. And they need to try to figure out ways to knock women down. And I think it's another way to like sell these mediocre garbage guys that are out here that aren't really trying either. So it's like, okay, well, look how wrecked these women are. But if you go and get this guy over here, yeah, he went to college, but he's also going to cheat probably, and he might turn into an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to be neglectful, but at least he's not a prison guy. Like, I think I don't know. I really don't like those shows. I think they're gross. I actually put those shows in the same category as frickin' Love Island. I've never seen an episode of that. I put them in the same category as Love is Blind after season 2. I put them in the same category as The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I really put them in the same category as those shitty ass dating shows that hurt women on purpose. I think it's nasty. Does that answer your question, Isha?
It does, because I feel like those kind of shows like glorify the prison connection, and then you get all invested in these people's stories, and I mean, all it really does is perpetuate the cycles. From what I've seen, I don't think I've seen one good story come out of that show personally, but
I know I haven't watched enough of it to know. I can't stand it. Because it's gross. Like, I don't like those other shows because it's mostly like women fighting and competing over the attention of a man. And it's like, that is not how that crap should ever go. Ew. And why are we doing this? Like, I hate that shit. Who was next? Let's see. Well, the psychic... well, you were up here earlier. So, Mac, go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
So, my husband is in prison.
Oh.
I have a husband in prison right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm just like listening to your show. I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm just kind of listening and trying to learn a little bit about my choices and what my alternatives are, all of that. So thanks for your...
How much time does he have?
He
left?
He sees parole. Well, maybe 3 years. He sees parole every year.
Every year, he sees parole.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been home.
Yeah, he had been home, and he went back. It's a long story, and yeah, I see your face, and you are absolutely right. I'm just, yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Push for my choices.
What are you gonna do though?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's why I'm here on your show, is just listening to alternatives. Like, okay, what can I possibly do? I feel like days went down. What I want to do.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Oh no, you're breaking up.
Yeah. I just want to... Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I just want to stand up and never pick him up.
Yeah,
and
don't.
Wonder, like...
Yeah, get a divorce. He's already gone. Like, that's the easy part. He's already gone. And he's in there, he got out, and he went back. That's basically telling you how he feels about the marriage. There's something more important than you.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I mean, how would you feel if he actually said that out of his mouth? Hey, babe.
I would rather him say that out of his mouth.
Well, you get a chance. But that's the thing. Him going back to prison like that is him saying that there are things that are way more important to him than you are. He's already said it. He said he doesn't want you. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do y'all have kids together?
No, we don't.
Huh!
We
Lady.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of there. No. Listen. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. It doesn't matter how much time you've invested already in this relationship. He does not care. He doesn't care. And he's locked up. You could just run off. You don't. Yeah. He's not paying the bills. You're the one doing everything. You don't even need him to do anything for you. You're taking care of things out here. You don't need him. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
Come on now. When he gets out, he is just gonna go right back in. And he goes to parole every year, and he hasn't that means he's doing he's doing stuff on the inside to keep him from coming home, right?
So he went in there when he was 16, and he went back in like 27 years later. Yeah, and he'd served 26 years. I mean, it's just like,
listen,
it's just
Matt, it doesn't matter. Get out of there. Yeah. Get out.
You're right.
Because seriously, there's nothing that you can do that's going to fix that. You sticking around and hoping that things are going to get better is not going to fix him. He's done. Especially the first time he got locked down, he was 16 years old. Ew. He's a child. There's this whole Arrested Development thing. You're married to a literal child in the mind. He is not going to be a suitable partner. And you could just walk away. He already put himself in a box. I mean, it's not like you have to worry about coming home while you're trying to load up your car and then he shows up. That's not going to happen.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, just get out of there. And if he keeps going up for parole every year, but he's not making parole, you know what I'm saying? Then he's doing.
This will be the first time
that
he sees parole. This will be the first time. That he gets to see parole.
I thought you said he goes up every year.
Well, yeah, because he went back to prison, and so now he sees parole every year until he's released. And
wait, no, that's what I'm saying. So how many times has he seen, has he gone up to the board?
He hasn't been back up this time around.
Why do you keep saying he sees parole every year then? That's freaking me out. I'm not understanding you.
Because once they go back to prison, in the state of Texas, they see parole every year after. At least in the state of Texas.
I'm sorry. No. If he's seeing parole, it's because he's going up for parole.
He's lying to you.
Yeah, he's lying to get the fuck out of there. Stop. Because seriously, the parole board is not going to waste their they don't do this. They don't say, "Hey, come on over here, Chuck. How you doing, Chuck? It's been a year since we seen you, baby. How you doing? Okay, get the fuck out of my face." No, they don't have time for that. If he's seeing parole, it's because he's going up for parole. No, you don't have to ask ChatGPT. I used to do parole board stuff. Used to get he's lying. He is lying to you. Run away. He's lying to you to make sure you stay in the relationship. Girl, run. That dude sucks. That means he's doing stuff in prison to get himself in trouble all the time so that he's not making parole. Run as fast as you can.
Okay.
You want me to look him up? Momo's asking me to look him up. Mama's saying look him up. Huh? No, but I'm gonna tell you. Okay, yeah, we don't have to go there. But listen, he's lying. He's lying. Hell, and I'm from a southern state. I'm not from Texas, but I'm from a southern state, and Texas is part of our group of friends. Okay, he's fucking lying. He's lying, and he wants you there. He does not want to lose your support.
Well, that's funny because I mean I don't support him. I don't send him
No. But are you talking to him?
Yes.
Yes, support. Do you understand? That is like emotional labor.
Yeah.
That is support. Girl, get a divorce, please. He is a liar. He is a liar. Oh my God. Girl, the parole board does not waste time. They got so many people they need to see. They are not wasting time to go say, hey, what's up, babe? How you doing? I like your haircut. All right, gone. They don't do that. He's going to the parole board every year and he's getting denied.
He hadn't seen parole since he'd been back.
Why do you keep saying I'm confused? How long has he been back in prison?
Since 2021.
Girl, and then you just said he goes to parole every year. He is going to parole.
Yeah, yes, because the 3 years has gone by. The 3 years has gone by, and so he can see parole now. Like this coming 2026 is now his first year that he's going to make parole, and so that's what it is.
I don't know. You're confusing me. Because it's not like you didn't say he will be going every year or he's eligible. That's kind of a weird way that you said that. He sees the parole board every year. That means he has already seen it. Do you understand where that sounds kind of funny? Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that will be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. I'm going to move on now. Do what you want.
Yes. Thank you.
Psychic, what's going on?
Hey, I just wanted to circle back to, it was the previous lady before Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to, I won't take up too much time, but I wanted to address we have to get rid of the stigma of women doing this out of desperation and have a deeper understanding about domestic violence and domestic abuse, because there is a chemical reaction that happens. A lot of these abusers, when they love bomb you, they flood you with all these feel-good feelings that you get such a dopamine high rush chemically in your brain. And then what happens as a result of that, then they start slowly, intermittently abusing you, but it's not full on straight away. So it could be anything from silent treatment to yelling at you for not picking up the phone and then being really sweet to you the following day. And it's intermittent. And what this does, they do it to destabilize you emotionally. Think of your nervous system: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn response. They use these manipulation mechanisms to emotionally destabilize you to a point where I just want to know how many women in the chat have been with someone who knows that they are harming them but find it so hard to leave. Because what happens is very similar. If you don't know the term, look up Stockholm Syndrome. It's where the very person who is abusing you is also the antidote. It's like having an addiction. It's very similar, and this is why it can take up to 7 times before a woman actually leaves her abuser, whether it's through fear. It's a trauma bond. Whether it's through fear or, like when you come out and you try and leave and you try and go no contact, you will notice that, oh, my brain's doing that thing where I'm reminiscing about the good times, but were the good times really the good times? Because the good times followed something abusive, and then it came back with the good times. It's to keep you guessing. It's to keep your brain questioning yourself. It causes cognitive dissonance where you have this person who is so charming, who sometimes gives money to the poor on the street or the homeless, who are pillars of the community sometimes, really sweet and kind and do all these kind little gestures, like maybe buy you your favorite bar of chocolate here and there, but then they abuse you again. And it's to keep you in a state of confusion, always chasing the person that they pretended to be in the beginning. You're dealing with Jekyll and Hyde. And that's why women find it so hard to leave, because when you do finally leave, and often it takes something really significant, and I say this with experience, some people in the chat already know my story, I've shared it. I'm a survivor of attempted unaliving by my son's father. And when that was, it took him almost taking my life for me to literally run and never look back. And I still went through withdrawal symptoms. I still went through reminiscing about the good times and wondering how it got to that. And the withdrawal symptoms are horrible. It is the equivalent of, you might as well call it personal rehab. So for any women in the chat who are blaming themselves or wondering, if I ignored the red flags and things, sometimes red flags don't even seem like red flags because it's disguised as care. Sometimes it can be, well, you're with me, I don't really need you to, my girl don't need to wear all that makeup, you're beautiful, you're with me, I'm already impressed by you, so... And then it's not that I don't trust other guys when it's not that I don't trust you when you go out. I don't trust other guys. I'm not going to be there to protect you. They disguise it in such a way that they have your best interest at heart, that they're just caring for you, that they just want to protect you and love on you. Even right down to my ex, when I flew out to America, there were sometimes he would buy me bars of chocolate, and there's only so much chocolate I can eat in one day. So if I had a bar of chocolate and I only had maybe 3 squares from it, he'd go out and buy another one the following day, bring it back and go, see, you didn't even eat the last one that I bought you. You're so ungrateful. What's the matter? Don't you like it? Little things like that. Anything to cause a fight, anything to cause an argument, to the point where I found myself force-feeding myself things that I didn't want to eat when I wasn't really hungry, just to not piss him off. All of these little intermittent things are forms of abuse to see if you're going to comply, to see if you're going to do what they want you to. And everyone else says, oh, that's so nice, he buys you chocolates. Oh, he sent bouquets of flowers to your house. But he also would accuse me of cheating if my phone went dead and I was out, to the point where I ended up having to send screenshots of my battery on 5% just to prove that I wasn't lying. It even got to the point where I couldn't even go to the toilet without him on video call. So just please give yourself some grace, because you could be the most confident, well-established, be in your healing era, your self-love era, your soft girl era, and you could have a man come in and he will mirror you, make you feel like you've met your soulmate, that he really gets you, and you just think, it's like euphoric. The way they do this, and you think, wow, no one's ever treated me this way before. And then when they get upset with you, you think, well, I don't want to lose this because I've never had someone treat me like this before. So then you start complying, because you're like, well, no, he's a great guy. He sends me bouquets of flowers. He showers me with adoration. He praises me and, tells me I'm a blessing from God. And before you know it, you're trying to avoid upsetting him because he's such a great guy, right? That is how they do it. You don't have to be unhealed to be a target. You could be well accomplished, earning good money. You could have your own property, your own house. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, that sometimes it's not desperation. Sometimes, we have to stop shaming ourselves for wanting to be loved and then getting excited when love is shown to us, when it is disingenuous love. It's not your fault. It will never be your fault. What happened to you was not your fault. But now you know better, you must do better.
Yeah.
And realize that, even the most subtle of things, use your discernment in everything. If you choose, obviously, to continue to dating men. I mean, me personally, I'm decentering them because my life is worth more than chasing love. But please be careful out there, ladies. And that's all I wanted to say. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Alex, go ahead.
Hello?
Hi. Hey, how are you doing?
Okay, so I just kind of want to comment. I believe her name is the Psychic Queen,
Mm-hmm.
and I love what she says. I kind of just want to I guess give some pushback on that. So I do think that I do think it is low self-esteem because we do have to ask ourselves. What she kind of did answer, she did. She answered the question of, well, why do we go there? How do we get there? And she answered the question of how do we get in these situations? But then we need to ask ourselves, well, why do we stay there? And then we have to admit to ourselves that a lot of times we do ignore the red flags that we see in these men. I've been in these type of relationships. I'm pretty sure women in this chat, maybe yourself, you've been in relationships, and even if it's not a romantic relationship, I'm even going to just use a different type of ship, a friendship. You've been in ships with people where you didn't see these type of red flags, but you stay there. We just stay there in it. And we know that shit don't be right for us.
Not necessarily. I gotta stop you, Alex.
Yeah.
The whole point is that these women don't realize how bad it is. We're talking about romantic relationships which have a different dynamic anyway. And we're talking about dudes in prison who have nothing to do but learn how to become master manipulators. They have to augment how they roll to specifically target women on the outside because they're in a box. The stuff that they are doing. Have you ever heard a prison call in your life?
Yeah, I worked in a jail. Yeah.
You did? How many have you listened?
Chicago for 6.5 years.
Have you listened to like the same person working on a?
And then Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Warning. Have you listened to have you ever worked on a case where you had to listen to the same inmates' phone calls to one person for like a couple of months?
Yes.
And he's talking to a woman.
The same person.
Okay. The thing is, the women are being manipulated. They're getting love bombed. These dudes are using all sorts of narcissistic traits to put their hooks into these women. We can't sit there and say, because we're on the outside looking in, it's not happening to you. Okay? I used to feel the same way back when I worked the fusion because I didn't understand. I saw that something was happening, but I didn't get it. And it wasn't until I had to go through these other courses, like learning how to conduct lie detector tests and going to crisis negotiator school, where they kind of touch a lot on psychology and how people get things done. That's when I started understanding the patterns that I was seeing when I was a uniformed officer. These women don't see exactly that they are ignoring red flags. It's not like, okay, this cup is lavender and it's I know this is a cup and it's lavender. It's almost like in these women's cases, they just see that it's a cup. But they can't tell you anything else about it.
Or do you, because I've only spoken on your platform once. Do you tell us when we can respond, or how does it work?
Well, we just don't interrupt me while I'm talking.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to know, when you're done, do you let me know, okay, I'm done, now you can respond?
Real quick, hold on a second. Please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. Go ahead.
So I have seen the inside and out. I've seen it on the inside, as you saying, and you said they don't see that this cup is lavender. And that is very, very true because they're talking to somebody over a phone. However, I've seen it on the outside where a lot of times this person they're talking to is in and out. This person is a habitual offender. They're in and out of jail. So they see this person when they're out as well. And a lot of times the same behavior that they have on the inside, they get played on the outside as well.
Have you... Okay. My whole thing...
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I gotta stop you. Because it's the same thing. They're love
You
bomb.
get a chance to see it, is what I'm saying.
They're love.
It was always behind like pen pal, but a lot of times they get to see it too, and then they still sign up for it. That's what a low self-esteem.
They don't have low self-esteem. Thank you, Momo. They don't have low self-esteem. They've been socialized. They still can't see anything because they were love bombed while the guy was in prison, and then he continues the love. It's like it starts over when he gets out. This is not like the woman can see clearly. She can't see clearly. She's right up in the middle of it. She's right in the middle of it. We can't say these women have low self-esteem. A lot of the times these women that are involved in these situations have been brought up to hold men down in prison and to be long-suffering and to be right there. The same way that you got the same guys in the neighborhood that were, they're brought up to think that it's normal to go to jail. The girls in the neighborhood are brought up to think that it's totally normal and acceptable to be holding these guys down. Even when those women grow up and go to college and become successful and stuff like that, because they were socialized to hold men down in prison, they still might end up with a guy like that. Okay? It's not about low self-esteem. You can't call it low self-esteem. It's actually it's not nice. It's not nice to call it low self-esteem. It's actually harmful to say that. It's harmful to say it. Because it's taking all the responsibility off of the abuser and putting it all on the woman being abused.
But what would you call it? If you don't want to call it what it is, what name would we give it?
It's fucking abuse, Alex.
Okay, it's abuse, but at what point do you have to take accountability? Hey, I'm getting abused. At what point does the woman have to recognize that? That, hey, I'm getting abused.
Look,
That's
listen.
what I'm talking about.
Okay, Alex. Fucking shit. Fuck. Can you tell me... Now, actually, I'm not even going to go there. If you're in the middle of being abused, if you're not able to recognize the cycle because you're in the middle of being abused...
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? When does the woman take responsibility for her being abused?
If I'm in the middle of it, if I've never experienced abuse, this is my first time, I get it. You've never experienced this, you're a newbie at it. But it is a cycle for them.
Because they've been, Alex, goddamn. Do you understand that these women are being conditioned?
I want to finish answering it.
No, because it's weird. It's like you're trying to debate abuse. If a woman has been in a cycle of trauma her whole life, she's being abused her whole life. If she doesn't get any help from the first trauma, she's going to walk into another trauma and another and another and another until there's some kind of intervention. But you cannot say, because maybe one day she will wake up, but you can't just say, when does she take accountability? What the fuck accountability does she have to take? She's in the middle of an abuse cycle. It's not her fault for getting manipulated. Women don't just say, hey, sir, I want you to manipulate me right now. That's not how it works.
Okay, so I do understand what you're saying now. However, I just hopped on your live and said felons hunt moms to groom them. I didn't know that you were talking about women that have been groomed their entire life. I thought you were just talking about women that are dating men in prison. These are the women that I know. They haven't been necessarily abused or sexually molested their whole life.
Nobody's talking about that.
But you said a cycle of abuse their whole life.
God.
You just said that.
Because you're the one that's bringing up trauma like this. Look. Oh, my Lord.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about women just dating men that are in prison, and they would do this habitually. Not that they've been abused and falsely. I get that. Those women don't know. All they know is abuse. I definitely understand that. What else do they know? I get that. And they're being misled. They're being picked on. They don't know anything else. They are definitely being groomed. But you have some women that are hopping to the cycle. I've had women tell me, I would rather deal with a man like this because he doesn't have power over me. I have power over him. That's
a woman with trauma. See, okay, I can't have this conversation.
She's not necessarily
necessarily a woman that's been abused.
No, oh my God, Alex.
Cycle of trauma.
She has had trauma.
Women that exist like that.
Fucking shit. Stop it. If you've got a woman telling you, I'd rather be with a dude in prison because he's over here and I don't got to do, that's a woman with trauma. That's seriously a woman with trauma. There's something going on with her where she feels safer with the dude behind a box because something has happened.
Lavender, I love you. But if you don't think it's fucked up women out here, you crazy.
If you don't understand, I can't have a conversation with somebody that's not even remotely educated in any kind of psychology whatsoever. I don't think so.
Women that are not okay.
No, I really don't think you are.
That's okay, Lavender. I still love you, baby, and I'm still gonna watch you.
I don't want you near me. You're weird. I don't like women like you. You gotta go.
You just need followers. That's it.
Get lost. That fucking bitch. I don't like pick-me's. I don't like that shit. Listen, I'm getting the fuck out of here. No, there's like one more. I tried, y'all. I really tried. But please don't ever come up here thinking that you're going to blame women for their abuse. And think that you're going to get away with talking like that because you're a fucking woman. I'll kick you in the box so fast. Just like I'd rip off a nutsack. I don't give a shit. If you're a fucking pick-me, you can get the fuck up out of here. Get lost. I don't want you. I don't want you. I tried, y'all. I tried. I try to give women the benefit of the doubt. It's not that she's worked in a male-dominated field too long. I've worked in male-dominated fields my whole life, and I'm not a fucking moron. And I don't hate myself, and I don't hate women. She's a pick-me. She's shit. That has nothing to do with her working in a male-dominated field. She's just a bitch. That's all it is. Gross. Listen, we've got a couple more things to get through, and then I'm going to get up out of here. Real quick, though, let me talk about the top viewers. Good God. Momo is number 1. Pieces of Brie is number 2. Ish is number 3. Lumiel is number 4. And Kit Kat is number 5. Y'all, that really pissed me off. Talk about I just need followers. Bitch, bye. I can't stand it when people do that shit. I'll lose all my followers today. I don't give a shit. But you're not going to overtalk me. And you're not going to overtalk me and not be educated. I worked in a jail. Bitch, you don't know anything. Because the way she's talking is the way that I used to talk when I didn't understand what was going on. I just saw there was a pattern. I saw there was a pattern. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it until I got more training. I didn't understand it until I went to CVSA school. And went through crisis negotiator school. And went through victim advocacy training. Fuck. But if she's sitting over there being a CO, she's not getting a bunch of special training. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand women like that. It's already bad enough when men do it. But when women do that shit, it's really disgusting. Because again, what happens when a woman comes to her for help? Could you imagine a woman that needs help going to that woman for help? What the hell is she going to say? Yuck. Anyway, let's talk about how these felons will groom these women into silence. Okay? Yashua, thank you so much for the finger hearts. She didn't want to see the truth. Yeah, she just wanted to blame women. Long before he ever hurts a child. He teaches you to mistrust your own perception. He's been doing it all along. Okay? He trains you to say, he'd never do that. Okay? He'd never do that. Before there was ever even a reason to say he'd never do that. What the hell what's an example of this? He'd never do that. Let's say you got your kids in the house. Your kids are playing with something. And let's just say, let's just say something in your house just gets broken. Something in your house gets broken. You've let this man come to your house. Your kids haven't broken shit in your house, but suddenly there's something broken. You know your kids don't play with stuff in the house, like with Nerf pew-pews or balls or anything. They don't play with stuff like that, ever. But suddenly you have this broken vase in your living room. The kids, you go to the kids, because obviously it's like, what, like, duh, the kids did it maybe, right? And the kids are all saying, we didn't do it. They didn't do it. Huh. You know they've never done anything like that before. You've never had to fix nothing broken. You know, they've never broken shit. But you got this new man in your house. You don't even bother to, and they'll say like, well, we didn't do it. Maybe he did it. And the woman's like he wouldn't do that. Like, why would he do that and not tell me he broke it? Or why would he eat up all the fruit snacks? I just bought all of these. Well, we didn't eat them, Mom. Well, you're telling me that this grown-ass man sat there and ate all the Welch's fruit snacks? Yes. No, that sounds crazy. That sounds like some y'all are just trying to blame. You know what I'm saying? He will do stuff. He will do stuff in the house to make her defend him before there's even a real reason to. So when something actually does happen, a child's discomfort, a whisper, a look, something you witness, the first instinct isn't protection. It's denial. Because you've been doing it all along. You've been defending him to your friends and family while he was locked up. He comes home. Stuff is a little bit different. You're just chalking it up to the fact that maybe your kids aren't used to having a new daddy in the house. Not that maybe he's actually breaking shit on purpose. Your kids have never been playing with, toys in the house and breaking nothing. They never broke. But why would a grown-ass man break my vase and then not tell me about it or clean it up or anything? Huh. It's got to be the kids, even though my kids have never done this shit before. Okay? The dude will come in, grooming her into silence. Okay? You have been conditioned to cover for this man. And that's how the predators survive. They live inside the silence, okay, of the women they control. If she's been covering for him doing weird stuff, when her kid is acting weird, she'll just deny it. I want to know from the chat, though. We've got 102 people in here. Have you ever seen a woman ignore her gut just to keep her relationship intact? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen a woman ignore her gut just to keep a relationship. It's not right. It's messed up. Yeah. There it goes again. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. You said you're currently going through that right now. One of your friends. Yeah, that's sad. This must be the Hate Men Club. Oh, you're disgusting. We're talking about abusers. So if you're, what are you saying? All men are abusers? That must be it. Oh, no, it's a bot. Okay, that's all right. Bots need to figure it out. Get better at being bots, I guess. What is you been abused and now you have a hard time trusting your gut because you think everyone's the same? No, Jasmine. No. I'm a former CO. A former Fusion Center analyst. A former gang intelligence officer. A former crisis negotiator and victim advocate and CVSA examiner, which is a type of lie detector test. I've seen a lot of women's lives ruined. Okay? trying to prevent more women's lives from being ruined and their children's lives. That's all. Okay? Y'all need to stop trying to cover for folks you don't know in here. Stop covering from folks you don't know. Stop saying, I think she meant. Don't do that. Quit it. You don't know her. Anyway. All right, let me talk about the top viewers real quick, and I'm going to move on to the last section. Pieces of Brie is number 1. Yasha is number 2. Momo's number 3. Lumiel is number 4. And Isha is number 5. Thank y'all so much. When are... Oh, God. I don't know. All right. So let's talk about this. Okay? The guy is not building a family at all. He is just straight up building access. When you say, at least I have a man, he hears, I'll protect you over my own children. That's the moment he knows you're his shield. The mother becomes camouflage. He doesn't need to hide because she'll hide for him. And by the time she realizes what he wanted, it's too late. Because predators don't love their victims, they study them. Okay? He does not want you. He wants what's behind you. Your children, your home, your cover. You think you found love, but what you actually found was a hunter who figured out how to use your heart as bait. And I'm done. I'm done with this outline. Yes, this is the tragic reality of many women. It's very unfortunate. Let's see. Let's see, who was that first? Cam, Melanie, Miso, and Isha. Oh, I guess Cam didn't want to... Melanie? Hello? Melanie?
No, I wasn't trying to come up.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Isha? How's it going?
Hey, girl. When I had requested to come back up, I kind of lost my train of thought with where I was going, so yeah. But after you finish your thought, but I guess since I am up here, I just want to say, when it comes to these situations that we end up in as women, you said you sat on the side of the phone where you've heard like multiple hours and hours of phone calls, and you said that you started to notice a pattern. I guess, was there something that clicked to you when you finally started realizing, like, hey, all these men are just trash playing on these women? Or was there a period where you went through kind of like the denial that some of us go through?
Oh, no, there was never denial for me because I always thought they were trash. I always thought they were trash at the beginning. Like, I can see their crimes. Oh, yeah, this guy is over here trying to talk sweet to this woman, but I see him beating a woman. Oh, kidnapping. Ooh, stalking. Yeah.
And you're having all these conversations, and you can't even reach out to the women or tell them, like, run.
Hell no.
This is kind of fueled where you're at now. We appreciate you for spreading these messages.
Thank you so much. Hey, Miso.
Hey, sorry, I'm just like, I don't have my glasses on, so I keep pressing the wrong thing. But I do want to say, like, Lavender is a professional. She has lived in this life in her job. She has done these things for so long. Lavender, how long were you in corrections?
A long time. Too long.
A long time, yeah. So she is very, very, very well versed in listening to these men. And yes, it's not all men. It's not all. We've never ever claimed it's all. But it is a majority of them. And all Lavender's trying to do is say, don't try to pick the non-poisonous snake out of a barrel full of poisonous ones. That's all she's trying to do, ladies. That's all she's trying to do.
Yeah. What is this? A man in the house that won't even bother to mow the lawn? And okay with you paying for lawn services? What the fuck? No! I need to mow the lawn. It's getting cold. Our lawn looks like shit. What's going on, Julie?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been on here one other time. I think it was months ago. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for your live. It helped bring me to a place of clarity. I actually filed for my divorce a week ago.
Congratulations.
I was also when I think you brought it up in the past about like how prison calls are like recorded and they're very manipulative and stuff like that. Well, I got the idea in my head to record the calls on my phone, and it was actually enough to get a protection order for myself and my babies.
Hell yeah.
So he and with what I was able to turn in, they were going to go ahead and try to go after him for more crimes because I'm sorry, these inmates can be really stupid. He confessed to more stuff. Anyway, the point is, your life definitely has been a lifeline. And I know that sometimes you might get on here and have frustrating evenings with some people, but it's reaching women, and I just wanted to thank you.
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. I'm always here. I'll be here.
All right, well, have a wonderful night.
Yeah,
and,
you too, and congratulations, and be safe.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Y'all. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for staying here and listening. Man, high tech, no, Restless, I'm about to go show you that shit. I'm going upstairs right now, and I'm gonna go grab that freaking thing. Actually, no, is it downstairs? I'm gonna show you the thing that needs to be drilled on the outside of the back of the house. It's like a big old GPS thing. There's like a shelter thing for it. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. Miso, can you hold down the live? Cause Restless is over here giving me a hard time. My sister did not consult with me and bought a robot to mow the back lawn. I don't know shit about that shit. That's not my project.
Is that one of those things where, like, you have your phone and you can, like, train it? Go ahead.
I don't know. That's the thing, like, I don't know. And this heifer bought it and then won't put it up. And I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. But hold on. I'm going to show y'all the damn GPS fucking satellite thing. It's stupid.
It's probably one of those mowers that, like, you have to do with your phone, and you have to let it run a few times and train it to go in a specific line movement with your yard. I've seen those things, and they're very interesting. I've been interested in it, but I do like getting on my mower and doing what I do because it's very soothing to be on a mower. So when these men say, like, oh, if you clean the house, that's what you're supposed to do because I got to get on the lawnmower every day. Oh, my God. Being on a mower is so soothing. It really is, because you can focus on perfection in the lines, and you can focus on making something nice that wasn't nice before, and that's what a lot of women feel it like, to fix things, right? So you're fixing the lawn the same way you're fixing something else, and that's what's ingrained to us as women. I mean, it sounds great, but y'all, 289 out of 500. We've only got a little bit to go for those finger heart goals. Y'all, like the live, share the live. If you can give to the live goal, we appreciate it. If you can't, please just tap. This helps get the live out to other people. If you care to subscribe, you can do that for $9.99 a month, which is not a lot. If you do something stupid like subscribe to random stuff, you can unsubscribe to that and support her helping women. If you don't want to, that is completely fine. But if you power share live, like, hit the lower right little arrow button at the bottom, you can share out to all your friends and, like, help her get her message out. You really can. If anything, like I said, just tap. If you're listening, it takes nothing to just tap it. Tap the screen that down at the, she's up the top now. Tap the empty chair, you can tap it, and it helps her get her message out. Yeah. So, like Nina said, like mowing the lawn, it's relaxing. You can put earbuds in your ear. You can just sit there and just ride your lawnmower or push your lawnmower over and over and over again, and that it's so soothing. It really is. $9.99. Yes, Kit Kat said $9.99, and it's nothing compared to what we spend daily on something stupid. Like, if you can go without a latte one time a week, you're helping women. If you can go without some random thing like McDonald's once a week, it's helping women. But nobody's like telling you to do that if you can't. But if you can, it helps a lot of people. And she's back.
She must have moved that damn box. That heifer must be thinking she's about to put that thing together. She won't. It's a Lubo. It's a fucking Lubo 2. It's got this big ass. The thing is like this big, and you gotta like drill onto the side of the house to like attach this shit. We have like a freaking roof dome thing that's supposed to like protect it from the rain and the snow. It's fucking dumb. My sister did not consult with me, bought this bitch. We've had it in the house for almost as long as we've had my dog. My dog is about to be 3 on Friday, on Halloween. So this will be like the 3rd season. And something about drilling on the outside of the house makes my sister nervous. And I'm not fucking touching it because I didn't buy it. I don't want to fuck with that thing. Plus, she and I had just went half on a lawnmower. We bought an Ego. We love that thing. But she's like, well, I just want this for the front yard. The front yard sucks. It's a fucking hill.
Program into your phone, and you can like set it up to like do what you want to with your phone.
I don't know. I do know it's Alexa enabled. I know that, but
That sounds fancy.
I'm fucking mad because I don't like it when there's equipment that like nobody's freaking using. Oh, Kit Kat, you're about to go to Mandy's live? Yeah. Let me look. I'm going to show y'all what this is. And I'm going to show y'all the thing that's like, I think the thing that pisses her off. I think it does have a remote. You might be able to use your phone as a remote. I didn't see a remote in the box. So, and if it's Alexa enabled, then y'all, this thing pisses me off. Well, it's not that pisses me off. It's her. She pisses me off. I love my sister, but she starts shit and don't fucking complete the task. This is it. I told her I wanted to put eyelashes on the bitch, and she was like, don't you touch my robot. And I was like, well, bitch, can we fucking use the bitch? Please? Can we do something? Because I'm fucking tired of mowing the front fucking... I don't like mowing our front lawn. It's a hill. It fucking sucks. Oh, you're going to Mandy's live? Alright, I'm gonna be over there in a minute. No, she's not gonna let me do that shit. But I need to show y'all the freaking, let me see if I can find the, oh, Lord. It doesn't show you. Okay, this is it. This is the thing right here. Shit. This is the part right here that I think has my sister losing her shit. Hold on. Get bigger. It's this part right here. Okay? This freaking part right here. Shit. Hold on. Sorry. Is this part right here. This thing is big. And this thing is heavy. But it's supposed to like... You gotta like drill it into the house. Because it's the freaking satellite thing. But it's like this big and it's heavy and I don't know. I don't think she figured it out. Here's what happened. She made a little house for it. Like she bought a shed for it. And then she put the shed together and then she was like, fuck this, I'm done. And it's been, Lord, I'm glad we live in a nice neighborhood. It's been outside in the shed for like ever. That thing is sad. It's just been living outside. It's been through 2 winters. This is about to be, this will be winter number 3. And we have not used it. And all she wanted to do was just, like not have us mow the lawn. But guess who's been mowing the fucking lawn? So, I hate it. I hate that thing. I don't hate the thing. I just want to can we use it?
On yourself to do it yourself.
I don't want to. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to.
But it could be for your benefit since you don't like mowing the front yard.
Well, I'm gonna make the girl do it when she's not feeling bad, and then when the boy gets older, start doing it too. But then maybe. Oh shit! There's a dog in my room. It's the big one. All right, look. Thank y'all so much for the 160,000 likes. I'm gonna get up out of here and get to Mandy's live. Why are they so insecure? Because they know they don't measure up to the other guys because they're in prison. Stay away from them. What makes your sister buy things like that? She has an idea that things are going to be easier. She means well. Because honestly, okay, if we had got the thing set up, it would have been awesome. We would have just let it out to like go roll out in the front yard. And then we would have had like that perfect grass. You know what I'm saying? Even with the hill, because it's like, we would have had that perfect nice grass and stuff. It was a nice thought. But I guess when it came to like doing it, it was like, and she's busy and I'm busy and we're all busy. And it's like, nobody wants to fucking fuck with that thing. And who wants to drill on the side of the goddamn house? I don't. But whatever. It is what it is. Somebody wanted to come up. Who was that? Oh, there's two people that want to come up. Hang on. I'm going to see what's going on with y'all. Real quick. I don't want anybody to feel like they're being ignored. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Felons hunt moms to groom them. Easy peasy to drill. I don't know. That girl like changed out the blower motor of our old HVAC. Like she can do stuff. I don't know. I think she just like said, forget this. I don't know. And I'm not touching it. I'm not fucking touching it. I didn't buy that. I don't want to. I don't know. And then also like if she asks me to, I'll do it. But she hasn't asked me to, so I don't want to mess with her. So I don't know. I'm not doing it. Anyway, good night, everybody. Well, I'm going over to Mandy's live. Drill it to the shed. I don't know if I want to do that. Yes, you can, Lady Libra. Yes, you can. From now on, I'm going to be, these things are going to be going over there. It's going to look different because I'm using two cameras here. Okay? And actually, I haven't figured out how to get the color to look like this. I don't know. Maybe if I turned off the, I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me see if I turn this off. Oh, look at that. Now that looks normal. It looks normal on the DSLR camera. Oh, well. But yeah, it's over there on the tubes of you. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for the 161,000 likes. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for keeping the chat going. Thank you for all the shares and the power shares. Thank you all for watching. I will be back at 11 a.m. Eastern. Yes, it is. Lavender Echoes on there. Sure is. Yep. Yeah. All right. I'm going to make sure I turn this off because I always forget. But good.